everybody.
Are we here?
We're here. We're live. It's Marsbowl 2021.
It is Marsbowl 2021. Woo!
We did it. We made it.
We have made it. So welcome everybody to Marsbowl 2021. As always, I'm Mike.
I'm Liz. I'm too excited to say my name.
And I'm Brandon.
It's like, did you forget your name?
Yeah.
Are you that excited?
There's too many things happening. We got like the NASA stream on, and then we have our whole like setup here, and then so much food that I'm just like, what is going on?
Yeah, everybody, this is our Super Bowl right here. It was funny that Liz was in a meeting with somebody at work, and I think they asked her if she watched the Super Bowl. And she said, no, our Super Bowl is on February 18th. Mm-hmm. And we have a spread here of food for like 15 people, and there's only 2 of us. Yeah,
pretty much. It's insane. But welcome. Hey, Jessica, welcome. We're glad you were able to stop by. And Jack, as always, welcome. Should we, since this is Cosmos with Cosmos, do we want to say what we're drinking?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
I will start it off. To begin this day drinking, I have a Jezero Sour, which is a whiskey sour with cherry juice.
Yep. Make it nice and red. I have a Mars Mule. That seems to be my drink of choice lately. But in the background, we have a Bobackery, a strawberry daiquiri. Yeah. We kind of need for it to unfreeze though, so that we can,
they got a little too frozen.
We can drink it. Brandon, what are you drinking?
In that drink.
Yeah.
So I forgot to name it something fancy, so I just came up with 7 sips of tasty.
Ooh, actually,
I like it.
I really like that.
In honor of the 7 minutes of terror.
Yes.
Which we will talk about.
Indeed. And it's vodka that was thrown in snow for a very long time overnight, mixed with blueberries, honey, and a bit of syrup. It's kind of sweet, a little too sweet, but
sounds good.
It's delightful.
Are the blueberries in honor of spirit and opportunity?
Yep.
All right. Very good.
Of course, gotta have those blueberries.
Exactly. All right. Well, I think everybody knows the real reason why we're here today. Yeah, because today, Perseverance, after millions and millions of mile journey, is going to land. Yay! And we are sending all our happy thoughts. No bad thoughts today. No bad thoughts.
So much
all the
happy
dancing
thoughts is going to be happening.
The parachutes will take my energy and they'll be fine, and I'm excited.
Yeah. So we'll have all the information that you want and need for perseverance and ingenuity. And all that today, and much more. And we're either going to be having tears of joy, which that's all I'm going to say. We're going to have tears of joy.
Tears of joy.
Yeah.
It's going to be tears of joy.
Yes. I already told Liz today. I'm going to be crying. Every time we land on another planet, they're tears for me. So
every time.
Every single time. It's just an amazing thing. We're going to fucking land on another planet.
I know. It's crazy.
Yep, it really is. But, of course, please follow us on all the socials. Let's just get that shit out the way real quick. Follow us on all the things, Twitters, Instagram. Watch us on Twitch, though this is going to YouTube. But follow us on Twitch and YouTube. And just really listen to us anywhere where you get your podcasts. And so we are probably there. So we should probably talk about some rules.
Yeah.
Things are a little bit different today.
Slightly.
If you hear the Air Force fly over our house, which you probably will, because they do it constantly every day except Sunday, then take a drink. Mm-hmm. Take a drink. If NASA plays the 7 minutes of terror video, which they will,
now
take a drink.
I want to ask, is it the video from Curiosity that's amazing, or is it just like any animation that they show?
Oh, well, we'll be drunk in 30 minutes if it's any animation. let's make it interesting. Any animation they show.
All right.
And what was the third one? I can't remember.
Dogs.
Oh, we're gonna
Inevitably.
Of course.
still.
And yeah, if also anyone in the comments think of a rule that wouldn't kill us, sorry, that would not kill us, let us know, and we'll see if we want to play. This could be scary.
There is actually a chance that the dogs will bark because I was supposed to get a package yesterday, and it looks like it's going to come today. It definitely will come during this event. I know it will.
Ooh. Sorry, NASA's panning over that "Dare Mighty Things" logo, and I love that phrase so much.
All right, very good. All right, so I tell you what, why don't we go ahead and get started? How about just a quick look at how we've kind of gotten here? Let's go back in time a little bit to two rovers that Perseverance is based. No, Perseverance is based on Curiosity, but let's go back prior to Curiosity.
To the forefathers, if you will.
Yes, Spirit and Opportunity.
Oh.
I know, right? So those are two amazing little rovers that they were supposed to only last 90 days.
90 days.
And went so much longer than that. What was 14, 15 years for Opportunity?
They went long enough to Opportunity at least went a little bit over a marathon length, and we all got emotionally attached to them.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. You mentioned it a little over a marathon length. It was 28.06 miles. So that broke a record. That is still the record for the longest that we have driven on another planet. Oh, NASA has an animation going. So
Is that a drink that we're doing?
Yeah. Anytime they show an animation, it's a drink.
I don't know if because.
But 28 miles is longer than the Apollo rovers, right? At least any one of them.
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
Yes, I think. 28 miles seems like it would be.
A very long time on the moon.
Yes. All right, so Spirit and Opportunity were they both landed on Mars in January of 2004. Can you friggin' believe that? 2004.
God.
And putting in the notes and doing the notes, I saw that Curiosity was 2012. It just doesn't seem like
Curiosity was it was that long ago?
Yeah, Curiosity landed on August 6, 2012.
Dang. I think in 2004 Brady only had 2 Super Bowl rings. Football reference.
Take a drink?
No, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Because Marsbowl.
Marsbowl.
Yeah, we don't do sports ball here, man. This is Mars Bowls, not whatever Super Bowl.
I still so desperately want to see baseball on Mars. I think that would just be kind of fun.
What would
anyway? That's a different thing.
How would
ball would go further?
Oh,
ball would go further.
We'll say
it wouldn't be as great curveballs.
There would be no curveballs.
You know what? That could be a future episode. Is sports on other planets.
Actually, that would be a fun episode. Actually.
Anyway.
So much physics involved with that. So Spirit and Opportunity landed a little bit differently than what Perseverance is going to do today. And actually even Curiosity. Curiosity and Perseverance, much heavier rovers than Spirit and Opportunity. So they landed a little bit differently, which I thought was, at the time, the coolest ass way of landing on another planet. Until Curiosity happened. But
oh my God.
I still think that Spirit and Opportunity, the way they landed, is my favorite way to land anything ever.
Yeah, it basically basically became big bouncy balls. And they bounced on the surface. Basically, they came down. They did the whole parachute thing. And they came down, and then these airbags just inflated it, it actually kind of exploded around it, and it became this big beach ball that just bounced on the surface of Mars.
Yeah, like this big triangular bouncy ball shaped thing with like 15 or 16 some odd balls all around it. And yeah, like a giant triangle fell on Mars and bounced. Like how far did it bounce? Like half
was-
a mile, something like that?
Yeah, I thought it was over a mile.
Yeah.
Over a mile, just bounced on Mars. I love it.
Yeah, but even Opportunity bounced right into a crater, right? It was like a hole-in-one for Opportunity, wasn't it?
Did it? Oh shit! Nice.
Yeah, I think they called it a hole-in-one.
Hole-in-one.
That's like 2 sports references in the first couple minutes here.
Yeah, is unintended, not mine. NASA provided that
It
one.
makes sense. I mean, we are calling this
Yeah.
Marsbowl, so
So, Spirit and Opportunity, their
Go.
whole
Flight
mission
software.
was
Push over, go.
to find out
Data management.
if
Go.
Mars had
Propulsion.
the conditions
Go. Art
for
lead.
life, right? So,
Go.
if it
Team
was
chief.
wet or if it was
Go.
always dry.
Ace.
Um,
Go.
and both of them
Launch crew.
actually found, lots of evidence that Mars was wet, at least in the locations that that they landed. In fact, Spirit found rocks that were rich in magnesium and iron carbonates, actually, which can only form in water.
and where there's water, there could be what?
Snow cones.
Yes, which is what
And light.
which is what our daiquiris look like.
Was that the
yes,
primordial
exactly.
soup of the daiquiri
Yes,
right there?
yes.
Yeah, exactly. Life. But what's really great about this these minerals they found, the magnesium and the iron carbonate, is that it forms in neutral pH water. So not acidic water. It's neutral water.
Can you drink it?
Yeah, sure. You could drink it.
I mean,
Mars water.
you can drink anything, Liz.
What? Oh. True. Yeah. It is afternoon.
Yeah, and Opportunity found a lot of the same things. Like found some clays that could only form in neutral water. So Mars was definitely in the past wet, warmer and wet. Actually had a much thicker atmosphere. Where did that atmosphere go? Well, the sun stripped it off.
Yeah.
But
Boo sun. Boo sun in
And
your
still
solar
losing its
wind.
hydrogen.
damn you and the solar wind.
And one of the ways we know that because we have a Mars Maven, it's called, skimming the top of Mars's atmosphere, and they can detect a hydrogen atom still leaving the planet today. So off it goes.
Whee.
Yeah, and that's because Mars's magnetic field is really no longer with it.
Yeah,
It's
it
no lo-
doesn't
it's not
have
a
No.
cool.
it doesn't have anything going on in the core, does it? Is it warm at all? Does it have any convection?
We got to drink.
Oh, Air Force is coming in. Take a drink.
So for those of you at home, we're talking about the nice. Look at that.
I made graphics. I made effects.
I know, it's so official.
We're professional. We're a professional crew now. Yeah, no. To answer your question though, its core is not turning over like the Earth, so there's no
There's no
convection,
convection. Okay.
and so it's not creating. It's a solid core. It's cooled
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
It's solid
Yeah.
core.
And for those of you at home, you need a magnetic field to block out solar radiation so your planet doesn't die and doesn't get your atmosphere stripped by the sun, like Mercury or like Mars, for example. It keeps us nice and habitable. if you
Habitable.
will.
Yeah.
Habitable, so we all don't die.
Yes.
And you can see that too with the auroras up north. When you see those pretty lights in the sky, that's just the radiation from the sun interacting basically with the magnetic field.
Yeah, it gets caught up in the
Yeah.
magnetic field and slams into our atmosphere, creating those pretty lights, which we did not get to see when
So,
we went to Alaska.
Whenever you see if you ever get the chance to see some aurora, whether they're northern or southern, you can look at them and wonder in their beauty and go, "Thanks, magnetic field, for protecting me." And
Yeah, but
keeping
also
me
That's like
alive.
this. It's like the sun's fingers trying to creep into the earth and just ever so slightly.
Yeah, I mean, you're being connected to the sun.
Yeah.
When it, yeah. So it's. I hope you have the opportunity to actually, to see the Northern Lights at some point in your life. We weren't lucky when we went up to Alaska, but
No.
it was cloudy. But you know, our life is still young, so we have plenty of other opportunities. Anything else that you want to say about Spirit and Opportunity? Should probably talk about for a moment that these rovers are both end of mission.
Yeah.
They are no longer operating on Mars, but they are a tribute to you know a lot of really smart people in this world that have figured out the physics and the engineering of being able to go from Earth to another planet. And
It doesn't feel like Opportunity even stopped that long ago. It feels like it was last
No,
year
I
that they
know.
got caught in the sand.
I know.
you mean Spirit?
Oh, Spirit got stuck.
Spirit got stuck.
Oh,
in the
Spirit got
Spirit.
stuck. Opportunity
Yeah.
got its solar panels.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's
covered.
right.
So Spirit's end of mission was May 25th, 2011. So it was there basically 7.5 years before it was end of mission. Got stuck in the sand. They couldn't extract it, and so it became a non-roving science lab, and then it
And then it stopped working.
stopped working.
Yeah.
Opportunity was end of mission on June 10th, 2018. So, almost 2.5 years ago.
Mhm.
And basically a dust storm covered its solar panels. It couldn't get
Sun.
the sun's energy to charge the batteries and
And
do its thing.
And that's one of the major differences between Spirit and Opportunity and Curiosity and Perseverance is its power source. Whereas Spirit and Opportunity harness the power of the sun, Curiosity and Perseverance are basically nuclear powered.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
Nukes on Mars.
Nukes on Mars. Yeah, and I think when Curiosity launched, weren't there people that were,
It's
hey, if it
it's like that.
explodes,
Yeah.
everybody's going to be irradiated and get cancer and die.
And
that's just
It's like that every time a spacecraft launches that has those tiny RTGs, those radioisotopic thermal generators, basically on them. They're plutonium-238, which is like 2 steps away from nuclear weapons. But they've been on almost every spacecraft since like Viking, for example. Anything that goes out beyond Mars, you're going to need not solar panels because you don't get enough
Sun.
radiation from the sun
Yeah.
to survive. You need to create the energy on board, and that's what those RTGs do.
Nice.
And for Perseverance and Curiosity, they have about a shelf life of 14 years. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they will last those 14 years because each year it decreases the percentage of power. So at some point, while they'll still be active, those RTGs, it won't have enough wattage to fully power the batteries to operate the rovers.
Okay.
yeah, because half-life physics.
Mm-hmm.
So cool.
All
Should
right.
we move on to Curiosity or
Yeah. Well,
as I eat a pepperoni?
Well, we got snacks. We're gonna be eating. You're gonna hear some munching. You're gonna hear some crunching
Nom, nom,
happening
noms.
during and some drinking happening during this. Yeah, do a little overview of Curiosity, and then let's get into the meat of Perseverance. We do have a audience question that has been texted to me.
Oh.
From my dad. So that we can get to that we will cover when we talk about how Perseverance is going to land and how it comes in and all that. He wants to know if this thing is coming in hot or does it orbit.
It's coming in hot.
I feel it's a drink.
You want to drink? You
coming in hot.
You want to drink for coming in hot? All right, everybody,
Yeah,
go ahead, drink. Coming in hot.
Coming in hot. It is definitely coming in hot. In fact, Spirit, Opportunity, and Curiosity, and now Perseverance all came in hot.
They all came in hot.
Yeah, so Perseverance will be hitting the atmosphere at about, I think it was 12,000 miles an hour. And at right now, it's only going 7,800 miles an hour. So it has to speed up a few thousand miles an hour more to get to that point. and it'll become very hot. Because even though the Martian atmosphere is extremely thin, it's just hot enough to heat you up to like 14,000 degrees
Ooh.
Fahrenheit. Sorry, no.
But we will talk about that in a few
Oh
minutes.
yeah, I got excited.
Oh, you know what? We're gonna get drunk real fast with this Air Force coming in over top.
Yeah.
Hot.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I guess we have to have a drink, or no?
No, we'll skip it. Right
I'm
now.
gonna have
We
a
just
bite
took
of
one.
food.
Anyway, curiosity.
Yeah.
The precursor to Perseverance, basically.
Yeah. In fact, Perseverance is based on
Yeah,
on
it's modeled
Curiosity.
after Curiosity. It's like
Yeah.
it's like a Curiosity upgrade.
Yeah, it's like what 270
like a firmware update,
pounds.
yeah.
Firmware update.
270
Yeah,
pounds heavier.
It's heavier. It's a couple inches wider.
Better wheels.
And it's better wheels. We'll talk about those as well. I just want to talk about Perseverance. All right, Curiosity, go. Then we'll get to Perseverance.
All right, so Curiosity was basically asking the question: did Mars ever have the right environmental conditions to support life forms, like microbes? So,
Spam.
yeah. And what did Curiosity find in trying to answer that question? I mean, if it's looking for the right environmental conditions to support life,
Are you
what did it
asking it
find?
as a question?
Yeah.
Okay, it found that Mars was habitable in the past, that it could have supported life. So it accomplished its
Hooray.
main goal pretty much like right away.
Yeah, it was pretty much.
What an
instant.
overachiever.
Yeah, so it lands, and within like a couple of weeks, it was not long.
It was like done.
Yeah, it found
Mission accomplished.
it found the evidence that that Mars was wet and at least had the conditions to make it habitable in the past, and it was probably like, I'm done, man. I'm ready to retire now, and NASA was like, nope. Got other stuff you gotta do.
We got plenty of work for you.
Yeah, you got some driving to do. But it did land in Gale Crater, and like I said, it did find some mineral deposits that suggest that Mars had a wet history, at least there at Gale Crater. Mm-hmm. So some of the discoveries was that. Found persistent liquid water in the past. It was a suitable home for life. Does it mean that it found life? It was not. Couldn't do that. But found organic carbon in some of the Mars rocks. And found that there is present and active methane in Mars' atmosphere.
Ooh, love methane.
Yes. It also found that the radiation could pose health risks for humans, which we kind of already knew.
The whole
that
planet
makes sense.
is one big health risk for humans, so...
And it also confirmed that Mars had a thicker atmosphere and was wetter in the past. So,
and by the way, when we say past, we don't mean like 50 years ago. The seasonal oceans probably about 3.6-ish billion years ago.
Yeah,
in the past.
Give or take a couple of days.
Just a couple days, though.
Just a couple of days.
It was like February 18th of negative 3.4 billion BCE.
All right.
Which then brings us to Perseverance. Because Perseverance is going to build off of Curiosity's findings, which we will get into. So we'll play a little bit of the mission trailer, and then we'll talk Perseverance.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, here we go. Let's see a little bit of what Perseverance is about.
right, welcome back. So that is us with Perseverance on Mars. The mission
What's
trailer
gonna
there.
happen? What's gonna happen?
I don't
All
know.
right. So
When did it launch? When did it launch? Wasn't
when
too
did
long
it
ago.
launch, Mike? Because I don't remember.
It launched July 30th, 2020 from Cape Canaveral near Kennedy Space Center.
Yes,
It's one of the only
yes,
good
indeed.
things that happened in 2020.
It was one of the few good things that happened in 2020.
Mm-hmm. Was a thing leaving the planet.
It's like, I'm out.
It's like I gotta get off this.
Going to
rock.
Mars.
The hell with
Safer
this.
over there.
All
right.
So even really quick, even getting to launch at that point, kind of came in under a deadline because the rocket it was using was a United Launch Alliance rocket. There was an issue with the fuel for a moment there, so they had to delay it, and had it, not been able to launch by I think it was like August 14th, they would have had to wait another 2 years because the window, just the orbital dynamics between Mars and the Earth. You have a launch window, which is called Mars season, every 2 years. And so that's when you have all these missions launch. But if you miss that small deadline, you got to wait 2 years, which is what happened to the European Space Agency's attempted launch. Is they missed it and they had to wait 2 years.
I remember that.
Uh-huh.
So
Luckily they got it fixed.
yeah, and with 2 weeks to spare, so that's good. And so it launches on July 30th of 2020, and has been going ever since. And today, it will land. Knock on wood.
It will land.
It will land one way or another.
Yeah. But like I said, happy tears. We're gonna have happy tears.
Ooh.
At the
And
end
it's going
of the day.
8,000 miles an hour right now as we speak.
Oh.
Wow.
8,000.
So it's speeding up.
So it's
Go ahead, say it.
coming in hot.
Coming in hot.
All right. So apparently that's the new drinking rule. Coming in hot.
Yeah, new rule on the fly. We're gonna ditch the Air Force rule because the
Oh, thank
planes are
God.
flying too often.
And we only say coming in hot like twice an episode, so.
Now it's gonna be every 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know, right? So, Liz, since you have the drink, where's it landing?
It is landing at Jezero Crater, which could or could not be sour. I don't know.
So Jezero Crater is, pretty nice sized crater, on Mars, and it's the site of an ancient river delta, which is really cool. So basically, when you look at Jezero Crater, from space you can see where water came into the crater and then where it exited. So we know that this crater was once filled with water. And go ahead.
Yeah, and when you say you can see where the water's coming in and out of it, it's not like you need vast scientific instruments to see this. They just have cameras, and you can actually see the pattern on the sand that the waves had done those billions of years ago. You can actually see it, and it's amazing to check out.
Yeah, and so water fills this crater, which means that it's standing water. That might not be the best analogy or whatever, but description.
Mosquitoes. Gotta watch out for mosquitoes.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh God.
Welcome to Cosmos, everyone. I'll be here all day.
But since it's not flowing water, in ancient Earth, you had tide pools, which is where life developed.
Mix it
And
around.
but it's not like flowing water, so you have these tide pools, standing water, which allows the chemicals to mix and possibly form life. So here is a place on Mars where that could have happened. And go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna comment that in Jezero Crater, it is about the size of Lake Tahoe.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Hey, reference. All right.
All I've ever done is driven past it.
Oh. Yeah, well.
There's a lake over there to my left. As
It's about
I
the
go
size
one
of
direction.
Jezero Crater Lake.
Yeah, so Perseverance is going to hopefully land on that today.
And look for signs of life. So do we want to just
Signs of past life and current life,
well,
I guess, if it's there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So we will let NASA speak a little bit more about the signs of life right now.
Cool.
Planet. There's just so much potential for making brand new discoveries. My name is Katie Stack Morgan, and I study rocks on other planets. So Mars 2020 will be seeking signs of ancient life in the rock record of Mars. The instruments are really well suited to look for things that we call biosignatures, which are signs that ancient life might have been there in the past. To really confirm that life had a hand in creating those signatures or textures, we really do need to bring those samples back. We have capabilities in laboratories here on Earth that we can't fit in a compact instrument on a rover. This is the Mars Yard, and this is where our rovers practice driving over rocky terrain. We work together with the engineers to understand what type of terrain the rover can handle so that we can get to the most exciting places, which are often the most challenging. So our landing site for Mars 2020 is Jezero Crater. What's really exciting about Jezero is that it has a beautifully preserved delta. They tend to be a really good place to preserve evidence of past life. And we look for things like organic matter that get concentrated in the rocks of a delta. So this rock is a sandstone, not unlike a rock that we might actually find in Jezero Crater. We would be interested in sampling a rock like this to understand what each individual sand grain has to tell us about Mars and its evolution. Growing up as a kid, we used to go on lots of hikes and would visit national parks for summer vacations. So when I found out that I had the opportunity to combine geology and love of the outdoors with exploring rocks on another planet, I thought, this is really the perfect type of thing for me to do. Not only could I work on an interesting science project, but I could do it with a big team of people all working together with a focused goal. And I thought, that's what I want to do.
Hope you guys learned something from that fun educational video.
Woo, education.
We did have an audience question texted to me asking how deep the crater was.
And that's kind of a difficult question because Jezero Crater is actually a smaller crater inside of a larger crater as well. So I don't know the exact depth, for example, of Jezero. It's in the Isidis Basin, I want to say. Isidis Crater is what it's called. That's the bigger one, and Jezero is a smaller one inside. But we know within Jezero there are cliffs about 1,500 feet high. So that's probably a good guess that Jezero Crater, I guess within the basin, is about 1,500 feet deep. And Perseverance will be traversing, not the cliffs, because that's obviously a steep cliff, but we'll be going uphill for at least its prime mission of 1.5 Mars years. So it'll be going uphill for a while, about 1,500 feet deep.
Wow. My audience question, aka from my dad, was how deep was Jezero Crater? So
32.
42?
42. That makes sense.
Yeah. Answered everything. 42.
42 depths.
Yeah, whatever units that is to make it 42. That's what it is, 42.
Oh, and I didn't know that Jezero meant lake in Slavic languages.
Oh,
so that's
cool.
The lake crater.
The lake crater.
It's like Crater Lake.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, so that's kind of a fun little segue. I know we'll talk about it more, but when Perseverance gets there and they'll start naming things, it'll name things based off of international parks, for example. And so, and you had Yellowknife Bay, for example, with Curiosity. And Yellowknife was based off a park in Canada because the team that founded it had lots of Canadians on it. So they go, let's call it Yellowknife. So they just kind of pick out international just based off the team that kind of locates it, which is fun.
That's cool. I like how they name things on different planets.
Especially on Pluto.
Yeah.
And Titan.
Wait, is Pluto Lord of the Rings?
It is, has Morgoth on it.
And Titan's Lord of the Rings, though, too, right?
And, yep, Titan also has Mount Doom.
Right.
I have opinions on the name Mount Doom. You have for Lord of the Rings, you have all these beautiful names for things.
Well, wait, hold up. You also have like Treebeard.
Yeah,
it's a tree. He's got a beard. Let's call him Treebeard. What do you think about that?
Perfect.
Yeah, but you have all these incredible names for things, and then you go, I'm just gonna call this Mount Doom. It just seems lazy. Lazy writing. Lazy writing. All right, so as I was letting Leia out to go play in the snow for a moment.
Yes.
Did we talk about, what kind of goals? That,
No, we did not,
Perseverance?
and we didn't mention ingenuity at all.
We got to talk about ingenuity, guys. After we talk about the goals of Perseverance.
Okay. All right. All right. So let's talk about some of the goals. I mean, every mission does have scientific goals and objectives that they want to do. And Perseverance and ingenuity are no different. I mean, why spend all those millions and millions and millions of dollars to go there just for a vacation? Though I would do that.
Yeah.
So some of its goals are to explore a geologically diverse landing site, which Jezero is. And Jezero is not a flat, it's a flat crater, but it has a lot of obstacles that in this landing that Perseverance is going to have to overcome. And there's some really cool ass technology that Perseverance has as it's coming down to kind of figure out where to land on its own. And so it's going to look at the landscape. We'll talk a little bit more about that later on, though.
But I want to now.
Like I said, when we came up with this outline, and you wanted to put timings in it, I was like, the timings are going to be...
I don't know what the timings are
I
already.
don't even know.
I'm like, within 10 minutes, it's
what
going to be
timings
gone.
we're supposed to have. We have an hour and 2 minutes until touchdown, folks, by the way. An hour and 2 minutes.
So we have less than an hour before the fun begins.
What?
We're already having fun, Brandon.
Oh boy.
Yeah, why do you have to say it's not fun?
I meant atmospheric entry fun.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk about that atmospheric
out.
entry here in a little bit. So,
Yeah, we will.
All right. Another goal that it has is to assess the ancient habitability. I have not had too many drinks. I can say I can't say it now.
Oh, we lost it.
Too much to drink.
The living area.
Habitability?
Yeah, to assess that, at least the ancient habitability of Jezero Crater.
Talking, and by ancient, we mean, again, 3.8 billion years ago?
42.
Yeah.
42 time units ago.
42 time units.
Time units. Nice. Look at you.
Everything's 42, folks. And if you don't know what reference that is,
Everyone does.
They
Come on.
better.
Let's hope.
If you
Come on.
don't know
Come on.
what
It's got
reference it
to.
is, then what are you doing with your life?
I know, right? All right. So also to seek signs of ancient life, particularly in special rocks known to preserve signs of life over time. To actually gather rock and soil samples that could be returned to Earth by future NASA missions, which is really, really cool to me. And also, for all these rovers, actually, to demonstrate technology for future robotic and human exploration. So those are the goals of Perseverance, the rover. But
And really quick,
yes.
I would like to sum up Perseverance as best as we know how. The Perseverance goals and overviews. Its mission: to explore geologically diverse landing sites, assess ancient habitability, seek signs of ancient life, gather rock and soil samples, demonstrate future technology for future missions, and boldly go when no robot has gone before.
Well
How much time did you spend writing that?
I mean, it's in the notes.
Oh, is it?
all right, so that's Perseverance, but Perseverance brought something with it. It did.
Little buddy.
And
Oh
it's
my
not tardigrades. It's not
Oh, God damn
tardigrades.
it.
What did it bring? Because we all know that in space, no one can hear you scream.
Except on Mars.
Yeah, but it'll be a
What would
it'll be a little whisper. It'll be a little bit.
Sound would
No,
be a
no,
lot less
it'll be
on
an-
Mars, right?
Little careless whisper. Well, we'll find out because Perseverance has multiple microphones on it.
Oh, that's true. That is true.
Okay.
All right, so its little companion is 19 inches tall, and it has a wingspan.
A wingspan?
Has a wingspan.
Of 4 feet.
Is it the Eagles from Lord of the Rings?
Well, I would say no,
Take a drink, everyone.
What? Oh.
because those eagles are too lazy to actually go where they're supposed to.
All
go.
right, yo. First of all, Mordor had an air force, as you know. There's no way these eagles just gallivant on in there. And why are you talking shit about the eagles? We talk shit about the elves or the dwarves. They didn't help out in this bullshit either. So,
But the
why
Eagles
the
can
hate for the
fucking
Eagles?
fly straight to fucking Mountain Doom.
No, not with them. That air force out there. Not with Sauron's wraiths on the wings.
There's more eagles than there are wraiths.
They're
And the eagles took out those wraiths pretty fucking quickly.
because the power sources are already defeated within Sauron at that point in time, as we saw in the movies. That never took place in the books. Anyway.
Welcome to Cosmos Cosmos. What does Perseverance have on it that's clearly not an eagle from Lord of the Rings?
It has a helicopter, a Mars copter, as you called it.
That is the coolest fucking shit.
It really is.
And did you know that there's also a chief pilot of the Mars helicopter? That's his job title, is fucking chief pilot of Mars helicopter.
Like
I want that
Ingenuity Chief
job.
Pilot?
Havard Grip is his name for JPL.
Oh my god. Now, okay, I don't know if you know this or if anybody noticed this, but is Ingenuity, is it controlled the same way the rovers are with like computer codes? Or
Algorithms, yeah. So it has 2 cameras on it, and as it flies up, it can take snapshots of the ground beneath it and figure out where to land, for example, or where may be interesting spots for Perseverance to go to. So yeah, it's all done automatically. People have no once it gets up there, people don't have any.
It's slightly disappointing because I really wish that the rover and this helicopter were controlled by joystick. Like you could just be like, yeah, I'm driving on Mars. VR headset on, maybe.
Yeah, but that brings up
one of the benefits. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that actually brings up a thing where Mars is 127 million miles away from us right now.
I know.
And that in light time is 11 minutes.
I know that it doesn't make sense to use a joystick, but it would be more fun.
No, it would be.
That's my point.
And that's also possible because one of the ideas thrown around is putting a base on Deimos, one of the moons of Mars, and because it'd be easy to land and launch from this little tiny moon, and from there you can manually control any robots on the surface.
For those of you that may not know, Mars does have 2 moons, Phobos and Deimos, and their names mean, respectively, fear and panic.
As we all learned from Hercules in 1996.
Hercules.
All right,
and
so
Xena.
I was thinking the Disney film.
Oh.
Were fear and panic in Xena?
You know what? I'm not sure. I know Discord, Eris Discord was.
Love it.
But anyway, it's another show.
Yeah, so Ingenuity here. So right now it's in the belly of Perseverance. It's kind of a hollow out area, so it's going to be safe during the 7 minutes of terror. And once it gets down there, it's going to take Ingenuity about 10 days to check all of its system as it's hanging on to Perseverance. And then it'll be lowered down. It's like a little kangaroo. And then it'll be lowered down to the surface. And then as Perseverance drives away, it'll drive about 100 meters away and then point its cameras back at this helicopter. And it's going to take off for the first flight test of about, 10 meters in the sky and then come back down?
Sure.
And then after that, it can go crazy and do what the hell it wants. But it is just a proving technology. So it's not going out there and it doesn't want to, find these great signs of life or anything like that. It'll do great science. It just wants to prove this technology is possible on Mars. So in future missions, then we can have even greater Martian helicopters.
Yeah, so it's not connected to the overall science.
Especially
mission
when,
Perseverance.
and it's kind of like with even though Curiosity was actually designed to do shit on Mars, but like the Sky Crane, which we're going to talk about, which how they land, you know, it's like we can only test this stuff really to its full potential when it's actually at the location that it's on, because it's so different from our location. So, you know, once they test it and it works, because it'll work, then, you know, they can move forward with future missions going, okay, this is proven technology, and then they can design it to actually perform more in-depth science and do more things.
Beautiful. Beautifully said.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, since you brought up the 7 Minutes of Terror, should we actually... since you brought up Sky Crane...
I brought up the Sky Crane.
Sky Crane.
Should
All right,
I-
so we want to... So, obviously, today, we're here with this live stream. It's a big day because we're landing a robot on Mars. We're landing the Perseverance Rover, and so, you know, how does it land? You know, that's the big thing that we're going to not so much see per se, because we don't have video of the actual landing, but
we will, just not immediately.
Yeah, but a lot of technology has gone into this landing process, and the way it's going to land is by Sky Crane, which was proven through Curiosity, which was the first time that this technology was used to land.
Yeah, it was fucking amazing.
Oh my god, so amazing! But there's a lot of different.
We're doing it again.
There's a lot of different tests that go into this process. So we're gonna show a video from NASA on how they prepared the rover to land on Mars. So, as you can see, a lot of shit. Mike's in the middle of chewing.
I was in the middle of eating.
We got a lot of food to eat. So you can see that there's a lot of tests, a lot of things that went into preparing this rover to land on Mars and hopefully successfully, which we'll find out in 50 minutes.
It's gonna be successful.
I like how you said we'll find out in 15 minutes, but it'll be done one way or the other in less than that.
That's
yeah,
true.
you know
That's
what's
true.
crazy though is we will get the signal that that it has hit the atmosphere of Mars, and because it takes 11 minutes for that signal to go from Mars to here, that the moment that we have received the signal that it has hit the atmosphere,
It's already.
Perseverance is already on the ground in one fashion or another. It is already on the ground.
And we say it takes 11 minutes. It's not Perseverance shooting its radios back at Earth, for example. There is a network at this point of satellites around Mars that they're positioning themselves as we speak to get the communications from Perseverance and also take pictures of the thing that we'll be able to see later on. So we have a network, a communications network around the planet by now, and that's what's helping us get all this information, which is exciting.
All right, so let's talk about it because this is badass right here. With Curiosity doing it the first time, but now Perseverance doing it, and let's just be honest. Every time that we land, landing on Mars is difficult.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is not an easy thing. So I want to preface that. I really want to manage expectations because there is the real possibility that it could impact on the surface, and because it really just takes one thing to go wrong and the whole thing goes wrong.
I mean, and there's so much, regardless of the tested technology that has been done successfully before with Curiosity, there's still an element of human error that can come into play.
And the crazy part is it's been tested fully once on Mars. The system.
Now,
And every step along the way, there are 1,000 components that have to go exactly right, from hitting the atmosphere at the exact right angle. The heat shield has to perform properly. Then the heat shield has to release, and I'm getting ahead of myself. But go ahead, Mike.
all I was going to say is that, yes, it is really difficult, but every time we go into orbit around Mars, every time that we land on Mars, we learn more. We learn a lot more.
Yeah.
And it makes the next landing just a little bit easier. Now, it's still hard.
Easier.
Easier is a very relative term there.
Yeah. Even recently, a couple years ago, we had the Beagle crash on Mars. Went a little too fast on the way down.
Yeah. But
Came in hot.
was that the one where they didn't convert the units?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Human error.
So Beagle is a European Space Agency rover that was going to land on Mars, and they did not convert like imperial units to metric units or vice versa, and it came in too hot and crashed onto the surface of Mars. So let us hope that that does not happen today. That everybody's using the same, they're using the same units.
Same California units. JPL, you got this.
Yep. All right. So let's talk about this.
Yes.
Okay. So how fast is it going right now, Brandon?
Let's find out. It is going exactly 9,127 miles per hour.
All right. So just in the past like 10, 15 minutes, it is sped up by 1,000.
Actually, it's going up like miles per hour per half a second. This is going fast.
Yeah.
It's coming in hot.
What
Coming in hot.
is coming in hot?
So we got a drink.
Take a drink, everyone.
right.
Oh, strawberry. I don't know how to navigate it.
You can take it off. All right. So in the end, it's going to be going, what, about 12,000 miles per hour. So, right?
Holy
So we're going to want to slow it down from 12,000 miles an hour to 0. But we
In
don't
7 minutes.
But we don't want it to happen instantly,
No.
like with Beagle.
No. Gradual.
So yes, we want to do it over 7 minutes. So let's take a look at this. So it hits the atmosphere at 12,000 miles an hour. So how do we slow it down? What's the first way that we can slow it down?
The parachute.
Well,
Well,
probably
not
the
yet.
heat shield.
Oh, the heat shield.
Yeah.
So
I've already failed.
yeah, so the heat shield is this protective coating up underneath that basically, think of it as this cone-shaped thing that Perseverance is kind of sitting in.
You'll see it. We'll show an animation, and you'll see we'll show the animation.
Yeah.
In a
Yeah,
few
and so it
moments,
hits the atmosphere.
Question: is the heat shield made of like the same things that are on like the bottom of that were on the bottom of the space shuttle? Like, do they use
The
the
ceramics?
similar tiles?
Not quite the space shuttle. So the space shuttle had, those fancy squares you see underneath the space shuttle. Those are made to be, completely reusable, replaceable, things like that. This is more like what Apollo was using, or what
Just
you see
burns
the
off.
SpaceX capsules coming down with. Yeah. So this heat shield is a one-use type deal. TPS.
Okay.
All right.
Thermal protection shielding.
All right. So the
What? Hey, you got those TPS reports?
Yeah.
Hashtag Office Space.
I got you.
all right. So it hits the atmosphere. The heat shield is your first line of protection for the.
And-
Go ahead.
And you need that heat shield because it's going to heat up to 2,300 degrees Fahrenheit. So the Martian atmosphere is thin, so it doesn't slow you all the way down, but it's just there enough to burn you to a crisp if you get something wrong.
How hot does it get entering our atmosphere? I know no one knows
depends
that
where you're
on the
coming.
top of their
It,
head, but
it depends where you're coming from, whether it's like low Earth orbits or the moon or Mars, for example, or asteroids. It just depends the location, but really hot.
jeez, that's. Whew. Anyway.
All right. So that heat shield is going to slow it down, but obviously it's not going to slow it down enough. So
No.
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 So about 4 minutes after it hits the atmosphere, the heat shield, has been the heat shield has been protecting it and keeping it from burning up. It deploys the parachute 6 to 8 miles above the surface of Mars. It is
Supersonic
going
parachute.
almost 1,000 miles an hour, 940 miles an hour roughly. Is how fast it's going when it deploys that parachute.
Missed opportunity to have Sonic the Hedgehog on that parachute. It's a supersonic
Well, I mean,
parachute.
if you have additional coating on the parachute, that's going to make it increase in weight as
These
well.
are space engineers. They can figure it out.
They figure this shit out.
Oh my goodness.
So let's talk a little bit about that parachute.
Yeah.
One of the first things that comes to my mind is that if you jump out of a plane, you're not going 940 miles an hour.
No. I hope
when
not.
you deploy your parachute.
And you also don't weigh 2,300 pounds
No.
either.
Also, hope not.
So let's talk a little bit about that parachute. Like if we used a parachute like that on Earth, that parachute would be ripped. I mean, it would be ripped.
Jesus.
So I mean, I weigh almost 2,300 pounds.
Okay.
I'm pretty close to 2,300 pounds,
Right.
and I am. And if I jumped out of an airplane going 940 miles an hour, I would rip my parachute apart, and I would just, I would beagle it.
You beagle it?
I'd make
Beagle
a
it, yeah.
nice
That's the way
little
to put it.
crater somewhere over
Can
Utah.
okay, for those of you who know me personally, you know that as a Davison, we are prone, at least me and my sister, are prone to clumsiness. So every time like I fall or bump into something, can we call it beagling it?
Yes.
Beagling.
Yes, you should.
It's now beagling.
It is known.
It is,
But
it is known.
It has been decreed.
All right. So how does this parachute work?
Yes.
I'm asking.
Oh.
How does this work?
So it has to be stored extremely compactly because it has to fit in within that heat shield area. So you have this parachute that weighs, 100 pounds in total, and it's jam-packed into the small container. And when it's jam-packed in there, it is as compact and tight as an oak tree. That's the consistency of it.
Is it a
And
oaken shield?
Oh, take
I'll
a
allow
drink.
Take a
I'll
drink
allow
of
it.
that. I'm here for the puns and the drinks, everyone.
Technically the Hobbit, but
Still,
It's the same universe.
Tolkien.
So it goes from this compact oak, and then once it goes through the atmosphere at the proper point of time, it will unfurl itself in this majestic jellyfish-like configuration. And this unfurling is where a lot of the issues occur, especially during testing. The fabric gets ripped apart. Some of the strings attached with the cabling snaps, and so they've gone through so many tests, both in vacuums down at JPL and also with sounding rockets. So back in, I think it was 2013 or something like that, they launched a sounding rocket up to a point in Earth's atmosphere where it mirrors that of the Martian atmosphere, the kind of same density. And from there, it was able to fully test the entire system in Mars-like conditions. And so based off all this testing, we figured out exactly what we needed. And even that European Space Agency rover that we talked about that was supposed to launch last year, one of the reasons why it was delayed because it was having parachute issues. It kept getting destroyed. So it's tough to do this right.
Wow.
All right. So,
You guys take it for a second.
Oh, we're taking it for a second.
all right. So the parachute is definitely a crucial part of this. So, like I said, I just want everybody to understand.
If you don't have the parachute, you go bang into the surface.
Yeah. Each one of these steps has to happen. It has to perform perfectly for this landing to be successful. So I want everybody to know and understand that. And so 4 minutes after we hit the atmosphere, we deploy this parachute. 20 seconds later, the heat shield actually separates and flies off. And because we don't want the heat shield to get in the way of the actual landing. But I want to talk about speeds really quick. So when the parachute is deployed at the 4 minute mark, is going 940 miles an hour. 20 seconds later, it is slowed down to roughly 360 miles an hour. It is slowed down to 580 miles per hour in that 20 seconds.
That is a lot.
It is a lot. The average deceleration, the average G's that the Perseverance is going to experience is 1.77 G. So almost 2 G's it's pulling. It's like riding a roller coaster.
Wow.
That's even more impressive when you consider it's on Mars with a different gravity than the Earth as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mars coaster.
Yeah, so that's just crazy. So it's pulling a lot of G's there. So that's at about 4 minutes and 20 seconds. At 4 minutes and 50 seconds, it's about 4 to 5 miles over the surface of Mars. You know, just hanging out, just chilling out, going, 235 miles an hour, roughly.
Yeah,
give or take a few.
Just 230 miles per hour. It's fine.
So here's another important thing.
Okay.
In the timeline, it needs to lock onto the surface of Mars with its radar. So it needs to have a radar lock. And
I didn't know about this.
What's that?
I didn't know about this.
So it needs to know how high up it is. So that radar is going to let it know.
Yeah. All right.
How high up it is and all of that. So again, just to emphasize here, when we hit the atmosphere, we have to have that parachute deploy. We're going to have that heat shield separate from Perseverance. Otherwise, the landing it's not going to be good with the heat shield attached to it.
No.
It's just not going to work.
Can't have that.
That radar lock is important because it needs to know how high up above the surface it is and how fast it's going too. That radar is going to let it know how fast it's going. At about 5 minutes and 50 seconds into this, the back shell will actually separate. This is about 1.5 miles above the surface of Mars, and it's going roughly about 200 miles an hour. So, after that, the really cool shit happens. It's called the Sky Crane. Yes,
I love it so much. I love the simplicity of the name. Just, hey, we're gonna build a crane that just lowers from the sky. What should we call it? And in typical just NASA fashion, simplicity, Sky Crane.
Sky Crane. We're just call it Sky Crane.
Sky Crane. That sounds cool.
So basically, this Perseverance is sitting inside of this apparatus called the Sky Crane. And the Sky Crane has some rockets on it. Mm-hmm. And when it gets to a certain height, those rockets are going to ignite, and it's going to slow it down. Mm-hmm. And but Sky Crane isn't just going to go set Perseverance on the ground and just hang out. Mm-mm. What does it do? It hovers over the surface of Mars, and Perseverance is going to lower on these cables. On these fucking cables. Yeah. And so the Sky Crane's hovering, and the Sky Crane is hovering, and hey guys, we're about ready to have to take a drink.
Oh, our dogs are about to go nuts because Amazon is coming with a delivery.
Yep. All right, so I told you they were coming while we were doing this broadcast. And so it lowers the rover, lowers Perseverance down onto the ground, and as soon as Perseverance touches the ground, it registers that it's touched the ground. It snaps. It'll cut the cables to the Sky Crane. The Sky Crane just goes flying off.
And
that's amazing. Important. That's important because you don't want the Sky Crane to actually, come down actually on the rover itself.
I missed a bit there.
But as amazing as that is, I just want to say how amazing it was that an Amazon delivery driver walked past our front window and neither dog noticed and neither dog has gone crazy.
Yep.
I feel that's a drink.
Leia is just looking at us, enthralled by the whole Sky Crane thing.
I feel like that this is, and I do not believe in any sort of signs or anything that's bullshit.
Don't jinx it.
All right, I will stop there.
I also want to point out two things. Number one, apparently we got to stop cursing for a little bit in case some students are watching. Oh, there's
Never
a dog bark.
Take a drink. Dog's barking. Jack, you ruined it.
What was the second thing I was going to say? I don't remember the second thing.
We have students that are watching us?
Do we have students watching? Jessica's
apparently
bringing her students to this class? Well, hey, welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Welcome
Take a drink,
to Cosmos and
take a drink of tap water. Thank you very much.
I don't know where to go now.
All right, so we talked about how the Sky Crane is, how the heat shield's coming in, the capsule with the heat shield, the parachute, the Sky Crane's coming in. Let's go ahead and just show you, which I'm sure I don't know if they're going to show this while we're waiting for that signal to come back from the lander for the successful landing. They probably are because it's a very prominent animation on the landing itself. But we'll go ahead and play this now so you can see it. So this is essentially how Perseverance and Ingenuity will be landing on Mars in it's 1:24 at 1:25 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So we're close. So
we're
here
close. 30 minutes away. All right, welcome back, everybody.
That's how it lands.
That's how it lands.
How amazing is that?
Very amazing,
I
Liz.
God, I wish I could see that in person so bad.
Oh, I know, right? That's got to be an absolute amazing thing.
I love with Curiosity. It was much later. They stitched together the footage taken by all the other satellites, but with Perseverance, there will be cameras on board that will be able to watch it, and a microphone on board that will be able to hear the sound of the air whooshing by. So there are just so many different kinds of cameras and instruments on board the Perseverance. So it's
let's talk about those instruments.
yeah.
All right, so
That was a segue is what I was going for.
Yeah.
all right, yeah, let's take a deeper dive into the equipment. There's there's about 7 or so instruments that are, I mean, there's more, right? But 7 main ones that are on Perseverance. So they have names like Mastcam Z, Supercam, the planetary instrument for X-ray lithochemistry, also known as Pixel.
And my favorite.
The scanning habitable environments with Raman and luminescence for organics and chemicals. Well, Raymond.
Raymond?
I'm going to go with
Raman.
Also known as Sherlock.
Yes.
Now, here's the thing, NASA. This is your missed opportunity. Because we came up with this like in less than 30 seconds yesterday. If you have an instrument called Sherlock, where's Moriarty in all of this?
But we didn't know what the acronym would stand for.
No, we didn't figure that out.
We just threw out random words associated with Mars and landing and equipment and engineering.
Also trying to figure out how to say Moriarty or spell Moriarty. That's a difficult one for me.
It's Moriarty.
Well, here's
What is that?
Moriarty.
What is that?
He is Sherlock's
Sherlock's enemy. Everybody, welcome Laconia to our live stream. Laconia. We didn't introduce you. You just appeared. So.
That's pretty normal.
And Ariel on YouTube says hi Laconia with a bunch of kissy faces. So.
Hi, Ariel.
All right, but we also have the Mars.
Oh, Ariel? Oklahoma Ariel?
Yes.
Oh. I don't know how to work this stuff, but okay.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's Disney Ariel.
Anyway, continue.
The Mars Oxygen In Situ Resource Utilization Experiment, also known as MOXIE. See, that could have been your Moriarty. You could have changed the words around.
Well, because the I in MOXIE is still an acronym in itself. That's the In Situ Resource Utilization.
Okay, they
So
clearly.
it's an acronym. It's an acronymception.
They clearly think of the word first and then try to fill in the letters.
Yeah.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Every single time.
All right. Well, let's talk about this thing. A few of these things. The Mastcam Z.
Oh.
What is it? Do we know?
It's an advanced camera system with panoramic and stereoscopic imaging capability with the ability to zoom.
Oh, the zoom is the Z.
Zoom helps.
That's
So
the
if you look at Curiosity or Perseverance and you see the quote unquote head on top, the big rectangular block thing with the giant eye in there, that's where the Mastcam is at. It's in the head.
When Curiosity is taking its selfies, and its head on top, that's where the Mastcam is.
Yep.
Now, does Curiosity's Mastcam zoom, or is this a new thing for Perseverance?
I think it still zooms, but obviously Perseverance will be a little upgraded and a little more zoomable is the technical term.
Little more zoomable.
A little more zoomable.
Okay.
All right. So here is actually a great connection for you, Liz, and you as well, Brandon. The principal investigator is James Bell from Arizona State University.
Hey,
Hey,
ASU.
Professor.
All right. So Professor Jim Bell, has a book called Postcards from Mars. It has amazing images from Spirit and Opportunity that are in it. So if you ever have a chance to look at that book, do so.
Also, just Google like Spirit and Opportunity images. Also Google Curiosity images, and it's just
Oh,
Chef's kiss.
they're amazing. You know what? Just Google any images from any spacecraft.
Oh my
Any
god, they're
solar
beautiful.
system, space, astronomy image, you're going to
And-
be rewarded.
And I highly recommend Juno images because they
Juno's the best.
they are works of art.
Van Gogh-esque.
They really are.
Gorgeous.
So that's what the mask can bring us, more works of art from another planet.
Yes.
All right.
And that's just one of the cameras.
We have another
I
one
think-
called Supercam.
Supercam.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. Anybody know what it does?
Liz?
It's right there for you.
An instrument that can provide imaging, chemical composition analysis, and mineralogy at a distance.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So,
One of the Supercam has a lot of cool functions on it, but one of the neat functions I want to highlight is that as the laser on Perseverance zaps rocks from a few feet away, the Supercam has a microphone that can actually hear the pop of the rock as the laser hits it. And based off the pop, they can also help determine, like the thickness of the rock, the composition of it as well, which is neat.
shit.
So, laser shooting robot that can hear its enemies cry out in pain.
I mean, I was blown away, and I was amazed when Curiosity, when I found out Curiosity had a laser, it could shoot rocks with lasers. But that's way to go, way to upgrade.
Yeah, so that's its second microphone. The first one, I think, I don't know where it's at, but it's the one that will hear the air whooshing by it. It's just trying
yeah,
to
it's on
land.
the sides.
That's
I think
a-
it's on the
Okay.
sides.
that is like a relaxing bath playlist right there. Just sounds
that's-
of Mars from Perseverance, right?
And this will be the third microphone on Mars because InSight has one as well.
Oh, nice. Okay. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
was it that polar lander that had one as well?
Yeah, the polar lander with the mole that didn't dig.
All right.
Hey, not everything doesn't work all the time.
No.
Going to space is going out into space and traveling to other
Not like
planets
people.
is hard.
Doesn't always work. Not
Yeah.
all the time. Not everything works.
Yeah, but that's an amazing thing, though, that we're able to. And by the way, we're 20 minutes out, everybody.
Oh shit! 20 minutes. 20 minutes.
Oh,
landing.
it's going 12,000 miles an hour. 12,000, 86, 87, 91. Coming in hot.
By the way, for those of you at home, clearly, if you're watching us, keep watching us. But if you have a second screen, you can do NASA Eyes on the Solar System, and you can actually follow along with an animated spacecraft as it's heading
This
in.
entire morning, I've been watching Eye in the Skies. I've been watching Perseverance get closer and closer, seeing Mars get slowly bigger and bigger. And I've been watching the numbers recently so I can watch the increase in speed or velocity, if you will. And I brought up the image, and all of a sudden, Mars took up the entire screen. This is incredible. We're so close.
Getting close. And for those of you watching us, what we've predominantly had on screen with us is a live view of the JPL mission control room. And so these are the people that are directly working on this mission and monitoring this mission. And so these are the heroes of the mission.
They really
right
are.
here.
And
And obviously, COVID and everything, but when things return to where we can interact with each other in person again, I highly recommend JPL's open house
Yes.
days. They changed it a
Yes.
little bit, so you have to reserve a spot because they were getting just too many people. But if you go to a JPL open house, you can go through mission control and see it, and it is absolutely amazing because that's where space happens.
That is where
Even-
space happens.
even the name Perseverance, when it was first selected, early last year, I was like, oh, Perseverance, that's an all right name. But then honestly, after everything that this robot has had to go through from last year all the way up to launch through now, Perseverance makes way more sense, and I kind of feel it now.
Just after experiencing this past year as humans, Perseverance is it's on point.
And
so,
we had to use a little ingenuity to get through last year. Look at us
Well
go.
done.
but it's all due to the curiosity when we have
Okay,
the
go ahead.
opportunity.
Yeah, we had some good spirit on this show. So, what? Now, before we go too far in, because I feel we're close to wanting to watch the progress and kind of update everyone as to how it's going. There was one more instrument. I guess there are two more we should highlight on Perseverance. I guess the first one will be MOXIE, the Mars Oxygen Insular Utilization Experiment, yada, 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 with all the letters. But what this one does, this is really cool. This is on the side of Curiosity, Ingenuity. In my head, this entire episode, I've been having to change it to Ingenuity. Yeah,
Perseverance.
Hey, Perseverance. And it's this gold-plated block on the side of Perseverance, and it's going to be taking in the atmosphere of Mars, a CO2-rich environment, and it will be baking out basically that CO2 to create oxygen.
Oh, nice.
So it's another proving technology to when humans get there to be able to take the atmosphere of Mars and bring it oxygen to breathe and to create rocket fuel.
Oh, that's great.
So there are just a lot of neat things on Perseverance.
Because when humans eventually get to Mars, we're going to need some oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is that. Yeah, we got to breathe. Otherwise, it's very,
nice.
very short time you're on the surface of Mars.
And not only do you need to breathe there because you want to go back, you'll have to take the oxygen with you from Mars too to go back on your ship.
That's true.
So this is an absolute must for future human exploration.
Do you know
MOXIE.
how much oxygen it's going to produce?
It's about 16 grams. Oh, I have it written down, don't I?
6 grams of oxygen per hour,
per hour,
which could keep a small dog alive.
Jack,
you can go to Mars.
you can live on Mars.
Except I think you probably are a little too big of a small dog to go there.
More Chihuahua-sized small dog
Chihuahua
rather
size,
than
All
a
right, what's the other one?
The other one, I don't remember what it's called, but this is the instrument that will be picking up the interesting samples, putting them in a titanium tube, and dropping them for a future mission to come pick up and deliver back to Earth.
Yeah,
and I think we had a question earlier in the audience about when do they expect these samples to be brought back to Earth? Probably early 2030s. This wasn't kind of an odd inclusion on the mission. They put it in there without a firm plan as to what mission will be next to come pick it up. So they did it, and so now they've designed some other mission in the future for the parameters to pick it up. But still be cool.
I mean, ultimately, the goal, right, would be to A, send humans to Mars, and B, be able to send humans or things to Mars and bring them back, ultimately. So, I mean, hey, this is good for when we get there, you know, an eventuality.
Yeah.
So on the Eyes in the Sky, we have Perseverance slowing down. It was going like 12,000 miles an hour. Now it's going 18,000 miles an hour.
Oh, shit.
1800, 1800,
Okay.
1,800.
So
it's gone down by like
Coming
10,000 miles an hour.
So that means it's hit the atmosphere, guys. The
It's hit
heat
the atmosphere.
shield. The heat shield. It hit the
It's
atmosphere.
hit the
heat
atmosphere?
shield.
Oh,
Coming in
it's
hot,
getting
folks.
exciting.
It's
up.
heating up too. Oh yeah, drink.
Coming in hot.
Coming in hot. That's a drink. It is 127.09 million miles from Earth.
Oh my god.
You know, this is like I said. I most likely will have a few tears for this. Every time that we land on another planet, it's just an emotional thing for me. It's just an amazing thing. This is stuff that made me so excited when I was a kid. I am a billion years old, so I remember going outside with my dad one night and watched Skylab go overhead.
Really?
Yes.
Wait. I didn't know that. That's so cool.
Yeah. So Skylab was about ready to come down. And
Okay, one second. We just hit peak heating about a minute ago. So it just reaches 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Whew.
Nice. And so my dad and I went outside and we watched it go overhead. We had found out that it was going to go over Columbia, South Carolina, which is where I lived. And
Okay,
Oh.
1 second. We got updates here.
We got
So
updates?
because we have that time difference, Perseverance in real time is in the atmosphere, and parachute should have deployed 18 seconds ago.
Holy shit.
Oh my
And the
god.
heat shield is off. The heat
The
shield
heat
is off,
shield is
folks.
off?
We're doing this. We're in.
Oh
All
my
right.
god.
Or at least it's
Now,
supposed to be off.
It's not been confirmed. It's
Right.
not been confirmed, yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right. So in about 20 seconds, I guess we'll have a radar lock.
Supposedly. We'll find out, though, for us in about 11 minutes. This is the worst part.
Yeah, it really is the worst part. Like I said earlier, it's going to hit the atmosphere, and we'll get that signal that it has hit the atmosphere. It will already be on the ground when we get that signal.
Have been alive or dead for 11 minutes.
And you know, like I said, I want to manage everybody's expectations. Landing on another planet is hard, especially Mars. Especially with a rover that is as heavy as this rover is. But we're going to do it. And by we, I mean Perseverance and JPL. My only job is to have drinks and to talk about it today. That's my only job.
On the live stream, I switched this over.
Rockets.
There's a countdown for atmospheric entry for 5 minutes.
Holy crapper, this is getting super close.
Yeah, we're
45
on
seconds.
the rockets should have been being used right now. Retro rockets have been deployed.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so that
And they're
means,
descending slowly
All right.
to the surface.
that means sky crane's going to happen soon.
Okay, I'm gonna switch us over to the live NASA stream of Mars. So I'm going to essentially then we will be muted and we'll just kind of follow along with NASA for you guys out there in YouTube land. Does that sound good to everybody here?
Yep. Well,
Yeah, and really quick, let me
Yes.
get this loaded. At this point, Perseverance has touched down on Mars, one way or the other. It's there. It's lower down on the sky crane. It's head on the surface. The wheels are down. It's there. One way or the other.
One way or the other.
All right, NASA, let's do this.
Whew.
okay. All right.
All right, here we go. We're gonna switch over to. We're gonna let NASA take it away now.
What we're looking for now is Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter should be in view soon of our vehicle and be able to coming from a separate radio that's really designed to talk between spacecraft.
Camera reports the electro radio is powered on, ready to receive signals from the lander.
Okay. Ready and listen and able and waiting for to hear from our rover.
Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter has reported that it's ready to receive the signals from Perseverance. It should be in a few minutes here. We're just
Flight Local 1
from entry interface.
We don't need these 1 to 0s, as Swati said, but to land safely. But we really need it for our own health and well-being today, to keep our nerves under control. But
Around this time, a second spacecraft, Maven, should begin picking up telemetry from Perseverance and will continue to record that telemetry until several minutes post-landing. We won't get that data for several hours after landing as it's being recorded and then will be forwarded to Earth later. We are continuing to receive heartbeat tones, indicating that everything is nominal. We're currently at about 3 minutes until entry interface.
Okay. Very soon we'll be getting 1s and 0s, I hope, from our radio on the rover. The entry interface is nothing more than just an arbitrary place in the sky that we've defined to be above the atmosphere. But from that point on, there's definitely atmosphere, and above it there isn't.
We are 2 minutes from entry interface. Perseverance is to transmit heartbeat tones, indicating everything is nominal.
So the tones can tell us whether something's bad or not is happening. So far the heartbeat is doing well. So the vehicle thinks it's in good shape to land, which is a great sign.
All right, for everyone still listening in, as of 34 seconds ago, remember we talked about the sky crane that came down. The sky crane
We're
would have
just
cut its
under 2
cables,
minutes from entry
flown away
interface.
to a safe
As
distance,
it
and
gets closer
crashed.
to Mars,
It crashed
Perseverance is
34
actually being
seconds ago,
pulled
so
in
we're
by gravity and accelerating.
so close in real
By the
time, waiting to hear
Perseverance
confirmation.
reaches entry interface point, she should be going just under 5.4 kilometers per second. We're at about 90 seconds from entry interface and standing by for Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter to pick up the telemetry. We are 1 minute from entry interface.
MROs are in receive mode.
We have confirmation that the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter is now relaying data from Perseverance. We're about 30 seconds from entry interface. Perseverance is going about 5.2 kilometers per second and is about 190 kilometers altitude above the surface of Mars.
Confirm your jet data flow.
About seconds from entry interface. 5.3 kilometers per second and an altitude of about 150 kilometers from the surface of Mars. We have confirmation of entry interface. Perseverance is currently going 5.3 kilometers per second at an altitude of about 120 kilometers from the surface of Mars. The spacecraft is now waiting until it begins feeling the atmosphere of Mars slow it down. Once there is enough atmosphere, it will start controlling its path to the landing target. Navigation is also confirming that we can see a little bit of that slowdown of the atmosphere on the Perseverance entry capsule. Our current velocity is about 5.36 kilometers per second and an altitude of about 67 kilometers from the surface.
We are probably seeing MRO plasma blackout at this point.
The vehicle should be doing its turns right now.
MRO has lost lock.
Perseverance. We have indications that Perseverance is now performing bank reversals in the atmosphere. These are the steps in order to control its distance to the landing target. Perseverance has just passed through the point of maximum deceleration and has indicated that it felt approximately 10 Earth Gs of deceleration.
MRO has lock again.
We saw a small outage of the UHF telemetry from Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter during that peak heating phase, likely caused by the plasma blackout. Perseverance is still continuing to perform bank reversals in the atmosphere to control its distance to the landing target. Perseverance is going about 1 kilometers per second at an altitude of about 16 kilometers from the surface of Mars. We have entered heading alignment, which means Perseverance is no longer trying to control the distance to Mars, to the target on Mars, but instead is flying straight to the target.
sheet.
Our current velocity is about 550 meters per second at an altitude of about 15 kilometers from the surface.
MRO is reporting good telemetry log.
We are coming upon the straighten up. We are starting the straighten up and fly right maneuver, where the spacecraft will jettison the entry balance masses in preparation for parachute deploy and to roll over to give the radar a better look at the ground.
Yes.
The navigation has confirmed that the parachute has deployed, and we are seeing significant deceleration in the velocity. Our current velocity is 440 meters per second at an altitude of about 12 kilometers from the surface of Mars. Perseverance is now slowed to subsonic speeds, and the heat shield has been separated. This allows both the radar and the cameras to get their first look at the surface. Current velocity is 145 meters per second at an altitude of about 9.5 kilometers above the surface.
Yes.
Perseverance now has radar lock on the ground. Current velocity is about 100 meters per second, 6.6 kilometers above the surface of Mars. Perseverance is continuing to descend on the parachute. We are coming up on the initialization of terrain relative navigation and subsequently the priming of the landing engines. Our current velocity is about 90 meters per second at an altitude of 4.2 kilometers.
Almost there.
We have confirmation that the lander vision system has produced a valid solution and part of terrain relative navigation. We have priming of the landing engines. Current velocity is 83 meters per second at about 2.6 kilometers from the surface of Mars. We have confirmation that the back shell has separated. We are currently performing the divert maneuver. Current velocity is about 75 meters per second at an altitude of about a kilometer off the surface of Mars.
TRN Safety Bravo.
We have completed our terrain relative navigation. Current speed is about 30 meters per second, altitude of about 300 meters off the surface of Mars. We have started our constant velocity accordion, which means we are conducting the sky crane, about to conduct the sky crane maneuver.
We've lost direct to Earth tones.
As expected.
Sky crane maneuver has started. About 20 meters off the surface.
We're getting signals from MRO.
UHF is good.
Touchdown confirmed. Perseverance safely on the surface of Mars, ready to begin seeking the sands of past life. At this point, the descent stage has flown away to a safe distance. Perseverance is continuing to transmit direct through Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter to Earth.
We have touchdown, everyone.
Touchdown.
Touchdown!
Woo!
Confirmed!
Yes. Oh my gosh. You okay?
Where are the tears, Mike? Where are the tears?
He's got them.
He's got him.
Oh.
He's got him.
Woo!
Oh my gosh.
Everything's good?
We did it.
Good.
And by we, they did it. I
They
had
did
nothing to
it.
do with it, but
Oh no, we paid for it, Mike. Get excited.
I paid a little bit. Just a little bit.
Money.
Wow.
I'm gonna have the
Isn't the test room.
the
Oh, there were two
NASA
grass.
audio on for everybody watching. I'm gonna have that going.
Oof, all the space fields, Tyler. All the space fields.
So many space fields right now.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Those thousands of mechanisms that had to happen in tandem to get down to the surface is incredible.
Yeah, if any one thing went wrong, it would have been lost.
Space is the only reason why I like math. Like that's where it's fun.
That's a
enough.
good
Everything
reason
else
to
is like
math.
shitty.
Physics.
Like
The
you should just
application
start
of
out
math.
kindergartners with like space physics.
They should. They
Right?
should.
Now we
Stop
should
this bullshit algebra crap.
now
like
we
no.
we should be due for pictures pretty soon now.
Yeah, okay,
So get ready for that.
So what's the timeline now on what happens now that it's landed successfully?
They have their own little what is this thing?
Perseverance.
Twitter page?
Yes, they do.
We've just heard the news that Perseverance
Before we go on, we should all take a drink.
Let's all take a drink.
Let's all take a drink to
To-
Perseverance, making it to Mars.
First image coming up.
Cheers me?
Oh, we should have drank it out of the Mars cup.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see it. Let's see it, NASA.
Is that from the descent?
I'm thinking that'd be from a satellite right now.
Oh. Okay.
Well, something's come down. They're clapping.
Yes.
To be in that control room right now.
How do you think it should?
I mean.
We've walked past
There's-
it. Oh!
Oh,
there it is!
Here
There
we
it is!
go.
Oh, look at all those
There it
rock
is, there it
samples
is.
nearby.
Okay, it's delayed on our stream a little
Alright.
bit, but there it is.
Look at that.
Surface of
Look at that.
Mars.
Now,
Wow.
we had talked about earlier the Jezero crater and why they chose it. That this landing radar that Perseverance had allowed us to get such a refined area that not even Curiosity can get this close to it. So we can go much nearer cliffs and nearer craters and nearer boulders. So this area is far more daring than any other rover mission to this point. So this was an incredible landing, what just happened.
Wow.
Peak technology.
Wow. Did they say how on mark they were? Do we know?
Actually, we played some bingo earlier, so let's find out where they landed. So they have a grid for every landing space. For Curiosity, for example, it was like 1 through 400 or something like that. And they landed in Area 51, which is kind of funny. But with Perseverance, it has a lettering system, AA, AB, and so on and so forth. I chose OO because I wanted to go, ooh, we landed on Mars. So we'll see. Exactly. Actually, if you go on Twitter, if you're not on your phone, we'll look at that picture. Let me just
I
retweet
feel
that
like
bad
I'm
boy.
watching TV from like the 50s.
Yeah.
Second image. Oh,
Wow.
look at that. Look at that.
You know what's great is you're not seeing a lot of like really big boulders
That helps.
Yeah.
that could have been an issue.
That's
But
an issue with the Apollo
with
landings.
its landing, it would have missed those with the radar and its landing algorithms. It would have missed them.
So it had the capability during landing with the radar to like adjust a little bit.
Yep.
Exactly.
Nice.
And they tested that in I forget what part. I think it was probably in New Mexico, something like that. They lifted the system on the helicopter and had it lie test itself.
Lie test itself. I love it. Oh my gosh.
Well, it made it. This is amazing.
And you know what? That was just the beginning, because now it gets to do the cool shit.
Yeah, now it gets to the science and
the flying.
And the flying.
flying. We're gonna laser some rocks. We're gonna fly some helicopters around.
Thank you, Liz.
We're gonna laser them and listen to the pain of the rock.
Listen to the pain.
We're
of
gonna listen to
Mars.
rocks scream on Mars.
Title of a new album.
It's a little sizzle.
But for those of you wondering, it's not going to go off automatically and start doing science. It has so many tests to do with its systems and subsystems, all its wheels, its communication. It has to make sure everything's working correctly before it can go on to its prime mission.
Mm-hmm.
How far away is it from Curiosity?
It is basically a quarter of a hemisphere away.
Oh, that narrows it down.
I don't know the miles, but the quarter of a hemisphere makes sense in my mind.
42 distance units.
42 distance units. Well, actually, that's about 45 degrees, right? Longitude?
Sure. We can do that.
But in America, how many football fields is it?
A lot. 42.
I got to know a number that I can understand.
42 American
42.
football fields of a certain unit.
Thanks, Mike.
That's what he's here for.
Everything's 42.
to
right.
do math, convert it.
How much do I love you?
So-
42.
So, Liz, what do you think are the odds that Perseverance finds signs of past life on Mars?
Oh, wow.
What do you think?
Oh man.
And when do you think that would be confirmed?
Well, okay. Air Force, by the way, for our audio.
They're doing a flyover.
They're doing a flyover, of course. Yeah, it's for Perseverance. Celebratory flyover. Well, I mean, it really depends, because if we look at the Earth, and Mars is similar to Earth in a lot of ways. When what astronomers like to do is planetary I lost it. God damn it, I had it. But anyway.
Hey, there might be students.
Oh, whatever, they're fine.
Gosh darn it.
So it really depends on, like, do we have evidence? Do we know when life began to evolve on Earth? Like, how long did it take for those single-celled organisms to kind of come into...
Oh, it's like 3.5 billion years ago, right?
3.5 billion years?
I thought it was sooner than that.
It was a lot of billions.
I mean,
later,
A lot of billions.
Whatever.
It's many billions.
It was at least like 2 football fields worth of billions.
Thanks.
a lot
That's
of
American. So it really depends on if we're talking about that Mars around, what was it, 3.8 billion years ago, possibly? Ish. Began to lose its atmosphere and whatnot. The solar system formed 4.5 billion years ago. So it's really a question of, did life have time to begin to start on Mars?
Mm-hmm.
And if it did, then we should be able to find evidence of some sort of single-celled.
Well, even that, we're assuming. So I'm assuming if we find life in our solar system, it's going to be DNA based. So a single cell would make sense. But if it's some kind of unknown life,
however,
I assume it's
How do you want to define that?
I mean,
that's why I'm assuming it's DNA
I would say
based.
unknown life would be more outside of our solar system. I mean, I would say that we would have to assume, even though assuming makes an ass out of you and me, we would have to assume that if life evolved here on Earth, that it would need, in our solar system, it would need similar conditions.
Right.
Outside of our solar system, wide open, whatever. But as far as we know, and the data points that we have, it would need similar conditions. And so for me, the question is, did Mars have time before the solar wind began to strip its atmosphere, before it cooled down, for any kind of single-celled organisms to arise? Also, did Mars encounter the same circumstance? And I assume it did. But for the Earth, we were, during the heavy bombardment periods, we had comet impacts and whatnot that, seeded with water, and clearly Mars had water. So, and the fact that Mars is still, even though it is half the size of the Earth?
Mm-hmm,
half the size of the Earth, it doesn't mean if Mars had life, maybe it just didn't evolve in this crater. Maybe could have evolved somewhere else, and then
Now,
Well, yeah,
now my personal question was, what are the chances it finds that evidence, and when would that happen?
I can't give you numbers.
I love you going to the poetic waxing of Mars and life, but like the question, do you think it's going to find
42% chance that Perseverance finds evidence of past life on Mars.
That's good.
42%. And within 42 time units,
42
it
time
will
units.
discover. No, I am going to be optimistic, and I'm going to say that it's going to find it, and that I guess to me it's either 0% or 100%. Either it finds it or it doesn't find it.
Some good odds, Mike.
All or nothing.
It's all or nothing. And I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to say it finds it. And I'm going to be even more optimistic and say that it ushers in the Star Trek universe.
Oh, that's bold.
It's bold.
I'm
going to boldly go.
What if instead of light speed, the key for the Vulcans is finding life outside the planet, your home planet? So we find it, and the Vulcans are like, all right, guys, it's time to go down.
That's our cue.
Well, it's I guess we're gonna find out. Liz brings up an interesting thing to think about, is that hey, so life could have formed on Mars somewhere. It does not mean that it's in Jezero crater. Also, you're talking about little fossils, and fossils are, I think, hard to make, and you need certain conditions for fossils, and it could have been that there was life in Jezero crater, but maybe it just didn't fossilize, and we just can't find it that way.
And I think fossilization is different than biosignatures as well. So fossils would be way more difficult to find than the biosignatures of life.
What are the biosignatures they would need to confirm that there was life?
Will
it be the same ones that they would work here on
Such
Earth?
as?
I'm not part of this podcast.
Go for it.
You're in it, Laconia. You're in it. You're on camera. You're in it.
What biosignatures would they need to find? She's not going to do it.
Anyway, no one knows.
It's a mystery. I guess what we can really say at the end of the day is that life
finds a way.
Finds a way. Life finds a way. I have other questions we can ask if you want to go down this route.
Oh, let's do it.
At this point, it's landed. So now we're just in the Hangover edition.
Yeah, the Hangover, Perseverance Landing, Marsbowl 2021.
Let's say we're looking back at Earth, but this is without civilization. There are no cities or people, things like that. But everything is still the same. Where would you land a rover? Where would you land to find the most interesting signs or most interesting life if you could land it? Now, keep in mind, you can't land in the forest. You're landing on Earth, and you want to find the most prominent signs of life, but you can't land in the forest because you can't land the rover down there. Like you're landing Perseverance down there, so you have to find the right environments.
So it has to be terrestrial, rocky-esque.
So here's my question: is this a Perseverance type landing where you have the ability to land on a beach?
You could, but then that beach, you have to take into consider weather as well, because the beach could have like a hurricane at the time.
Well, go on the Pacific coast.
There you go. There you go.
I love how
it was just a little thought experiment I was playing in my mind. Like, would I try to land on like the savannah, the plains of America? Where would I try to go?
Pretty good. Savannah has really harsh winds. I feel like it probably wouldn't be as good. Plus, the sands are constantly shifting.
Well, I mean, that's true.
You want to get a lot more fossils.
Assuming if you're gonna land a rover on our planet, then you've clearly been monitoring its weather patterns, so you know the areas like say where like Florida's a bad idea because hurricanes.
Well, it depends on the season. Because at this point you'll see the seasons like we can.
That's true.
How about Lake Tahoe?
Lake Tahoe.
Well, I mean, it's a lake.
Well, no, it's
so
very
you got
foresty.
water.
It's very foresty and mountainous.
Well, what do you want to try to find like a dry lake? where you'd be able to find potential fossilized life?
Well, I mean, if we see like
You're not
now,
gonna fall into water.
you can just like have a camera and look at like a kangaroo jumping by you. You don't necessarily need fossilized evidence if you have a picture of
Well,
it.
then what the hell would Perseverance doing?
It's just a Perseverance-like rover. If you wanted to land, if there was like an alien civilization that wanted to land a Perseverance-like
then
rover
fucking
Didn't
landed
see
like
us on there.
Central Park.
without with no humans on Earth, where would the best location be?
I mean,
So no human activity at all anymore or ever created. So it's all just forest.
There are no
desert.
cities. It's just like a basic Earth.
you basic. Hey,
It has
Earth,
lattes.
Earth, you basic.
It's the best Earth because there's no people on it.
That's true. I mean, I would say if there's water present, I would say anywhere near water, like a beach and that sort of thing, because you're gonna get that things wash
Ooh, a good
up
tide pool.
and tide pools.
But I mean, if they're monitoring Earth, obviously they'll see trees and greenery, lots of different places just from a distance. So they can even land somewhere where it's lush and green,
a
but possibly not
plateau.
where there's a forest.
All right, so here's.
I mean, if they're gonna go for gold, go for Hawaii. Shit's pretty.
Yeah, but if they land on like a cliff, they just fall down.
You
Yeah,
don't have to land on a cliff.
but no,
There's
this has-
not just
But
like a
it's not
peak in the
confirmed. It's
water.
not confirmed. They have to land
Look.
through an area.
Jack
Okay.
has
You
Jack
can
has solved
land
it. Jack has solved it in chat. So they would be landing in Iowa.
With the cows.
and oh no, that's Idaho. Idaho has potatoes, cows,
That is
corn.
Cows.
What's Iowa have?
I think Iowa corn.
Corn
That's
huskers.
Nebraska. That's
That's
Nebraska.
Nebraska.
But it's
And here I am in
Nebraska
flipping
close to
Oklahoma. It's
Iowa?
you know what? Oklahoma, Nebraska, Iowa. It's all kind of.
Clearly,
And aren't they kind of next to us
none of
somewhere?
us know the Midwest, even though
I don't know.
two of us
We
live
live there.
there.
All right, hold on. So they're
Are we
land.
technically Midwest?
Yes.
So they're landing
really?
a rover. You're
Yeah.
wanting to land a rover somewhere on Earth,
Mm-hmm.
but you already know it has life on it because you've seen the trees. So what exactly are we
True.
looking for?
I guess you want like things hopping around.
Intelligent,
Mike just
advanced
Mike
life?
just
You want
touched
shit
you.
to hop around, don't you?
I like
You
it.
want kangaroos.
I like
so just
kangaroos.
say Australia. That's what the answer you're looking for. Australia. You want to land Perseverance
Probably
in
wouldn't
Australia.
want to land on an island because that limits your mobility and how far you can
How
traverse.
far are you planning on
But if
driving?
it's Perseverance, he has his little helicopter. You can go where the fuck you want.
Well, you
That's
can't.
true.
Curiosity
You can't
only
go
drove
that far
28
with it, right?
miles.
Oh, Iowa does have corn. Sorry, Iowanians.
curiosity.
Iowans.
Iowans.
Opportunity only drove 28 miles,
28
so it's not like you're going to drive
That's
off
true.
this
And-
island.
But-
And Curiosity
we're
hasn't
talking
gone that
about
far yet.
an advanced alien civilization. Maybe they got better
No, we're,
rovers.
we're saying the exact. We're saying
Oh,
landing
same-
Perseverance.
oh, okay.
That was the
Okay.
that was the prompt.
Oh, okay.
But in that case, Perseverance would want to go somewhere rocky where they could potentially pulverize some shit. Right?
Just shoot it with lasers.
Shoot the lasers. There we go.
Space.
Just a
Anyway.
little laser bird. Beep. Pew pew.
But in my head, it's just like a giant laser, like just
It's a Star Wars
blast out
laser.
shit.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. I want to fucking lightsaber that shit.
I want to make it clear for those of you that the laser that Perseverance and Curiosity have are not Star Wars lasers. There's no,
What?
they're not blowing up rocks with
No.
lasers, unfortunately.
What? Wait a minute. What?
Yeah, it's just
like
a little burn. It's a little.
And
just
even that
sear-
little burn, it's not one beep. It's like a series of pulsations
It's like
that
a,
end up getting into that rock. Yeah.
It's like if you get.
And now we're gonna hear it.
I feel like it's maybe like I don't know. I've never done it. My mom has, but like laser eye surgery.
I was thinking the same
Where
thing.
it's like, or if you get that laser, there's a laser. You can get what laser hair removal or something, or they use
Tattoo
a
removal,
laser tattoo removal.
which is a pulse, right?
Yeah, that's a pulse. Katie on
all
YouTube
isolated
suggests, "What about Australia?" And so yeah, we said yeah,
But it's an island.
it's an island. That was my
It's
point.
Like,
a really big island, which
It's a
you don't
really
like.
I would
big
have
You don't
loved
want.
like I would have loved to land somewhere like Borneo, for example, but there's just no way to in a flat area to land
So a
there.
Pacific
So-
Island.
A plateau
That's what I said.
surrounded by green ring. You know what? Perseverance has landed on Mars. Give me a Mars cookie. I baked all these Mars cookies.
Mars cookie. Have a fucking Mars cookie.
Mars
Sorry,
cookie?
just students, if they're still listening.
What are they, like high school kids, or what do we mean these students?
These are
Yeah, they're
Look.
high school kids.
I think,
If they
I'm assuming.
are older than third grade, they're swearing.
Oh, it's so good.
They're really good, huh?
I don't know. I've worked with kindergartners. They're
Aww.
Yeah.
not so clean sometimes.
I
I love. Sorry, I'm cutting it for a second. I love space Twitter so much. They're just all hugging each other and like saying "I love yous," and they're all excited and
Aw.
just going back and forth.
Meanwhile,
I love it.
I'm gonna say a 3-year-old told me to fuck off when I was a preschool teacher. So there you go.
That's a fun story.
Oh, I believe it 100%.
Yeah.
If you don't work with kids, then you don't know.
Yeah. So they can handle it.
I'm pretty sure Jessica does not want her high school kids, to tell her to fuck off.
No.
Just a little mask cam. I'm looking at all the Twitter pictures. Oh, you either land in a crater or you make one. That's the Martian way.
Oh, wow.
If
That's good.
if
That is
Perseverance crashed on Mars, how big of a crater would it make? Would it make a crater?
Oh, dang. It wouldn't make that. It
I don't
wouldn't
think
make
it
that
would
big of a
big
crater. Make an impact. Like we'd
Yeah.
see it from orbit.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a boo-boo.
A boo-boo.
Times Square is completely lit up with Mars 2020 on it. It's really cool.
Nice.
Yay!
Nice.
I like that there's no people.
The Empire, of course not.
That makes me happy.
Thank you,
There
COVID.
shouldn't be people in LAX, Empire State Building, Adler Planetarium's lit up.
As they should.
Mm-hmm.
LAX, interesting. But, yeah, cool.
Look, this is a big
It's a big
moment
thing.
for humanity.
Everyone.
For everyone. I mean, yeah, we sent a robot to Mars, but we sent a robot and landed it successfully on Mars, and it's gonna fucking do science and shit.
Yeah, we landed it
Wait, so it's
where we
in the
wanted to
works?
land it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You just
From
press buttons?
127 million miles
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
So it really is just an Instagram, but with words.
Yeah, Twitter's better though.
Once we,
She's learning how Twitter works right
I
now.
don't care, but
you
I'm
could
not
say,
gonna-
we science the shit out of Mars.
Gotta science the shit out of it. I'll drink to that.
I will eat the rest of this.
Oh,
cookie.
and
Why is there
and
a
our,
Lego
and
pirate?
our friend Boback,
Oh, that's Orlando. What?
our friend Boback has just tweeted out JPL.jobs. Look at that, folks.
Hey.
Even though they rejected me about 2,000 times, doesn't mean they'll reject you 2,000 times.
I think I applied to JPL maybe twice.
Yes, I have applied to
I'm a
them.
fan. Ames.
Nice.
I had
Forever and
I had a
always.
rejection letter from them.
One? Yeah,
It crushed
everyone
me.
hurts.
It crushed
Everyone
me.
hurts.
Hey, but think of it this way. At least they wrote you back.
That
That's
is
kind
true.
of an honor within itself.
Anyway,
That's true.
so Liz, I'm going to ask you this question.
Yes.
Because you love answering this. This is from Twitter. Inevitably, every time NASA has a big mission, this sentiment comes up. Why are we spending money on space exploration when we have so many problems here on Earth?
Because it benefits us. Everything that we develop to explore space, we get that shit back, okay? You like taking selfies? You like taking pictures of your food and putting it on Instagram? Well, you can thank fucking spacecrafts for that, because we developed cameras to put in space to take pictures of faraway shit, and then we're like, hey, let's use that technology and make it smaller, and we can take pictures of our food. All right, so we get digital cameras thanks to space exploration.
Yeah,
We
but
get-
also the phones you're using, that technology.
We get GPS.
I thought that's where you were going
Oh.
with that.
And we get,
Well,
well,
most importantly, what really matters is Instagram food pictures.
yes,
That's the key point here.
it's the pictures. We get
But,
GPS,
oh, not about calling people. It's just
cell
the food.
phones. We get the ability to Skype from multiple distance away and stream it on fucking YouTube and shit. We get tennis shoes and all sorts of different plastics and medical technology and
Yeah.
I mean,
Basically,
blankets.
everything.
I,
Everything that we use basically in modern society today, you can thank space exploration for.
right. I think for every dollar that you spend with NASA, you get $7 back. Or at least I want to say that was the last thing I heard was $7.
It was at least $7, yeah.
So
Right track.
if we give NASA $1, it's going to give us $7 of technology basically back in return. So giving NASA money for space exploration is a great investment in the here and now, but more importantly in the future.
Ooh, look at those fun
And-
things. Oh, LASIK. NASA?
That was thanks to the Hubble.
LASIK?
Yeah, LASIK.
There you
LASIK.
go.
Yeah,
You're welcome,
that
Mom.
was the Hubble. So when they went to go
You're welcome, eyesight, to take a picture of your food This is why I don't come on your guys'
Some
chat.
insight into eyesight.
Well done.
Yeah, but that was done in the early 90s when they had to go up and fix the Hubble. They developed technologies that became LASIK later on.
Yeah, because they had to correct that fucking lens.
They had to correct it.
Jack
they did.
on Twitter, Brandon, did you find out
I'm
your
looking
bingo
right now,
score?
man.
Oh, he's finding it
I'm
out.
looking
Okay.
right now.
Okay, what did Jack say?
Jack says, Brandon, did you find out your bingo score? He might have missed it when he was getting mini cinnamon rolls out of the oven you cooked. We
This
need
was what I
Jack
was
to
trying
just
say,
move in
but
here.
I don't think you guys would have laughed with me.
All right.
I think it's the most important
Hey Jack,
aspect of all time.
we have a spare room. We have 2 spare rooms actually. You just have to cook for us and make drinks.
Your choice though.
Wait,
you
who's
get,
that?
You get dibs.
It's Jack.
You're making cinnamon
Jack
rolls.
is Jack. Jack is our friend. We like Jack.
I thought Jack was their dog.
What?
Also that.
We also have a dog named Jack. That is Captain
That's Captain
Jack
Jack. This
Sparrow.
is Jack.
Captain Jack Sparrow. This is just Jack.
Just Jack.
Just Jack.
Wow. Okay.
The Captain Jack is currently looking out the window guarding for.
Yeah.
I'm
So
sorry,
I'm
I
look-
don't know who you are, Captain.
I'm looking at
or just Jack.
I'm looking at NASA bingo boards for this landing, and we should have given one out to people listening and said, every time we say like a Viking or soil entry, and just have them do a bingo board off that.
That would have been fun. I didn't think about
Fun.
that.
Next time in Mars 3030.
30-30 or 20-30?
There will be there will
30-30.
also be a Mars 3030 with there's a brand opening up a mall on the Jezero crater.
I need you to make another red beer.
Oh, what's
Can
a
I leave?
red beer?
Yeah, good.
See, somebody appreciates me.
No, I asked what it was.
Rude. Oh, well, technically it's just a michelada.
Oh.
But I was trying to go on theme here.
And they're gonna ask what's
Red
michelada.
Oh, I
Planet.
like it. I like it.
Red
Thank you.
beer. Thank you, Liz.
Katie
I
made
feel
a
appreciated.
Katie made a Will and Grace reference
Just Jack.
on YouTube chat.
Okay.
Just Jack.
Mhm.
You might be the only one that knows it. I don't know.
Wait, Katie?
Yeah,
I-
Katie was huge into Will and Grace. I was into Friends. Katie was into Will and Grace.
They weren't like the Sharks and the Jets. You can coexist with each other.
I
and
know.
watch
I
the
don't
same
know. I
thing.
just never got into Will and Grace. Jack knows
Fair.
it.
I was-
Jack gets it.
Nice.
Jack and Katie get each other.
So what? One day in the future, I would love to turn the tables and have like a main fan day where it's like Katie and Jack doing Cosmos episode.
Oh, I know,
I would
right?
love
Where
that.
we just like
I would
sit
love
back.
Where we
that.
take a break.
Oh yeah, we just put our feet up and we comment on
Like, you guys
things,
go.
have a good time with it.
I'll press some buttons and switch things around.
Because we have control of your cameras. That's another space technology.
Yeah.
By the way, they just the NASA feed just put up a picture of Adler Planetarium being lit up.
Nice. I can control Brandon's camera. Ready? Oh, he's gone. Oh, he's back.
Oh, stop it!
Oh, he's gone. Where'd Brandon go?
I like seeing my
he's back.
friends. Stop it.
All right. I'll lock you back up.
All right. Come on. I want the NASA bingo board. Where is it at? Where did you land? Where did you come from? Where
By the
did you
way,
go?
for anybody watching, the main action has happened, and now we're just doing our usual Cosmos to Cosmos hangover portion where we just
basically this is the post Super Bowl
it's
party.
just the drunk random section of our episode.
And right now, the NASA team, the team that is going to function Ingenuity, is playing David Bowie is their Life on Mars, and they're jamming out to it.
Oh man,
As they should.
Oh, and Perseverance right now in the space station's being celebrated.
I would like to know
They
who this
watched
dude
it live
is
from the ISS.
Nice.
that's backed
Go ahead
into
and
shadow.
Tweet that bad boy.
Oh, here's some images coming up in a second on our stream.
Got some.
Well, those are the ones that have already been taken, right?
Oh, Jack's planning a road trip post COVID. Yeah, come visit us.
What? Okay.
Wait a minute, what?
I also.
Wait, is the
Yes, definitely come here.
Oh, I'd love this Twitter.
That's what that picture reminds me of that show that we're watching. What is that one called?
I don't know.
The little superhero people.
With the little
And it's and it's it's black and white, and then it's color, and then Marvel people. What is
Oh,
Oh,
WandaVision.
it? Yeah.
I was skeptical. It's turning out all right.
Oh, I love it. I love it. New episode tomorrow night.
No.
There we go.
It comes out on Fridays. It is Wednesday. No, it's
It's
Thursday.
Thursday. What are you doing, Liz?
My days are so messed up now that I took a midweek day off.
I was correct.
Last night I was thinking it was Friday. I don't know what's happening. The NASA stream is over. I did not make an image sequence where it's just our videos on screen. I forgot to make one that was just us.
That's okay.
Just in
now
case.
it's like we're sponsored by NASA, which we're not. But it looked like it.
Oh, that's great.
Let's play it again. Let's loop it.
So,
Go ahead.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind.
All right. One of the things I love. What?
There's a Bernie on Mars.
There's a what?
There's what?
Oh
on
yeah,
it?
somebody. You know that Bernie meme when he's sitting at the
Oh,
inauguration?
yeah, they
They already put him in that
They
first
already
picture.
did it.
Oh my god, this is the highlight of my life.
There we go.
Can you say that? How do you say these things on
You
Twitter?
just save it like a picture.
For
Save
those
it. I
of
like it. Send it to
you
me later.
who join us or listen to Cosmos of Cosmos on a regular basis or join our live streams, there is a running joke that Brandon is an old man. Clearly, Laconia falls into that category as well of not understanding technology, and it's great, and I love it.
I understand technology.
Because
thank you
I
very much.
personally don't understand TikTok and what TikTok is and how that works
Yeah.
and why people are
Just videos.
famous from
That's-
TikTok.
Whatever. I used to code on MySpace, so excuse me.
Dude, MySpace,
I'm pretty.
I
fucking
had
Yeah,
stars that would
probably.
just fall from my MySpace page.
I don't HTML, whatever.
Can HTML
Or wait,
that
is that what
shit?
it's called, right?
HTML isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. I pimped my page. I know what's up.
And for those who don't know about us, watch us every other week
Every
on
other
Twitch.
week.
Join us.
Usually on Twitch, but I don't know. For those of you that are watching us, you can let us know if YouTube works for you, or if you think maybe YouTube is a better way for us to stream our podcast live, and if it's more convenient
Oh,
for
see,
you.
I got the other one.
That's a good
sorry.
question. Yeah.
You know, let us know, because this is a new thing that we're trying out for this to make it more accessible for people to access our stream. So if you think that YouTube might actually be better going forward for our live podcast recordings, then let us know and we can
And
easily make the switch.
easily. And I also wanted to just give a round of applause. I'm so sorry I'm doing this. A round of applause to Liz. Seriously, she put together this amazing feed with the graphics and the transitions in the
really-
video. She did an absolute incredible job. So I love that.
She
Thank you.
did. I watched her put it together. I watched her excitement when some of the things came together. It's great. You did a great job.
Yay, Liz!
Ariel likes YouTube, so that's one vote for YouTube.
Okay, well, my mom can't join the chat on YouTube, so that's one against YouTube.
Well, that also could be able.
So do you have to have like a YouTube name
Yeah.
to watch
I mean,
YouTube?
you would quote unquote log in, but you can put whatever name you want in there.
Now we're going to discuss
YouTube one.
Well, not everybody
Which
can be
one?
Ariel the Queen. I love you, Ariel.
Well, I mean,
So
what do you mean?
I don't have a YouTube.
No,
so
but
I
when you
can't watch
when you
this?
click the link, you would just create a name.
What if you don't want to create a name?
Then you don't chat. You can't just be a
Well,
random.
if you have a Twitch, can you Twitch name?
You also
or
have
do
to sign in.
So no matter what, you sign in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, then I think more people have a YouTube, right?
You just either way, you just create.
Well, I
it.
don't know what the hell Twitch is. So I think people at least know what YouTube is.
That's true. People know what YouTube is.
This is why we did this on YouTube. Because more people know what YouTube is
That's true.
than Twitch.
Sorry, long story short, Liz. I think you should do it on the YouTubes.
Okay. Thank you.
Clearly, my opinion does not matter.
We'll
but-
figure it out. Either way, it can work the same way.
Or,
It's
we can just bust out MySpace and you can do
Now-
a really good one on that one.
Let's see, if we transition back to Mars here, of all the rovers and probes and missions and telescopes that have looked at the planet, what has been your favorite rover, probe, mission, lander, orbiter? For like whatever reason you have, could be sentimental, could be because they have great images, or it's because it's Viking.
All right.
Yeah, we had this. We asked this question last week.
Uh huh.
My favorite Okay, I'm switching mine up a tiny bit. I have two favorites. My favorite is Pathfinder for its adorableness and being the first.
Oh,
And-
it's like a little street mouse.
Yeah, it's
Sojourner.
just
Yes,
thing.
adorable.
Sojourner, Sojourner from the Pathfinder
Adorable little
lander.
rover.
Just adorable little thing, just roving around, testing out the technology, doing its thing. And so then my other favorite really is Curiosity. And that is because of its just advanced technology and the images that we got, the selfies, and just kind of.
And it's so cute.
I feel
like
like
a little head and shit.
Yeah,
Little.
I mean, I feel like Curiosity was the first. I mean, to me, Curiosity was the first rover to really make Mars exploration more mainstream, and maybe that just has to do with how.
Really, any planetary mission.
At the time of just how like Xbox and all the streaming stuff was starting to really come into play, and so it was more accessible than Spirit and Opportunity.
Really? Okay.
Because I personally, when Spirit and Opportunity landed, I wasn't like
that was dial-up territory.
Yeah, I wasn't
You can't
like
stream it.
I wasn't like space wasn't that much into my like forefront of my mind. Like I didn't even like really know about it or anything. So I feel like Curiosity.
Mike's judging the fuck out of us.
It was the most like widespread rover, you know, in our like consciousness of like people for space exploration or Mars exploration, But my favorite landing technique, as I said earlier, will be Spirit and Opportunity, and also
Bouncy ball.
Pathfinder used bouncy ball as well.
Bouncy ball.
That is my favorite landing technique for sure.
Does it have to be planetary, or can it be like anything?
Mars.
Any
We're talking about Mars.
Specifically Mars. Yeah.
Oh, in that case, yeah, Curiosity.
I feel Mike has a better answer. He always has a way of putting things.
Mine is purely sentimental, and it's Viking.
Yeah.
It was like I said in our Valentine's episode that it was the first mission for me where we landed on another planet, and it's Viking for me. But I mean, these rovers that we have now are just badass and cool as shit. Sojourner, Spirit, Opportunity, Curiosity. I mean, all of them have given us amazing stories to tell about Mars.
And that's
well, they've all focused on different things and given us different levels. So they're all pretty fracking awesome. I said fracking, by the way. Thank you, kids on the YouTubes.
You know, when Pathfinder landed and Sojourner went off the platform and went up to a rock, to me, I just thought it was the coolest thing that it could give each little rock a kiss. It would have this little thing that would go out, touch the rock, give it a little peck, and then find out, different things about that rock.
Beautiful.
And then you have Spirit and Opportunity. Spirit and Opportunity had the little abrasion tool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they had the abrasion tool where they could...
little drill bit at the end.
Yeah, where they could wipe away some of the outer layer and see beneath the surface
So
of
a
that rock.
little tongue kiss. Not just a kiss, a tongue kiss there.
A French kiss?
We're
French
Frenchies.
kiss.
Ew, don't call it a tongue kiss.
Tongue kiss, it's what it is.
God.
I do want to point out what Jack.
There we go. Thank you, Mike.
What Jack said in the chat as well with Odyssey. Yeah. Odyssey has some of the most incredible images of Mars. The resolution, the clarity, and just the weird beauty it can collect from this planet. Like there are some close-ups of this thing that you would never believe came from a planet, let alone Mars itself.
Right.
It's just incredible. The sand dunes, the imagery it can conjure. It's incredible.
Dust Devils.
The Dust
Devils.
Dust Devils are
is the Odyssey
insane. The
the
colors.
one that has the ASU camera? The Mars high rise.
Isn't that the high rise? That's
high
the high
rise.
rise.
That's
I
a
don't
separate
recall.
spacecraft.
Or is it Mars Reconnaissance?
Mars? Oh, it's MRO. Mars
MRO.
Reconnaissance
MRO.
Orbiter,
Yeah, that's what it is. MRO.
But you also have the LRO. The Lunar Reconnaissance
Orbiter.
Lunar Reconnaissance, yeah.
Yay, ASU.
They're all reconnaissance
Are there
orbiters.
any other acronyms you got there, Mike?
So many acronyms.
So since we're still on Mars, Laconia, your favorite Mars mission, rover, orbiter?
I literally just said it.
MRO?
No, Curiosity.
Oh, Curiosity. Okay. Why?
Because he's so gosh darn cute.
Gosh darn cute.
And he has a freaking sky crane.
There's a sky crane.
And he takes selfies.
So why not Perseverance?
Well, I'm waiting for Perseverance. Perseverance has to prove itself. Or her, I think Perseverance is like the girl. She's coming in, she's gonna like finish stuff. She's got a little bit better,
So
yeah, she's better. She's gonna get some shit done.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna get some shit done. So, but you gotta prove it a little bit.
To be fair, every robot on Mars is a she.
It's like cats.
No, Curiosity is definitely a dude.
It's a she.
Or you know what? Maybe it's just non-binary.
Or maybe it's a they. It's just a they.
Yeah.
I'm just saying what JPL says.
It's just a rover.
Did JPL gender Perseverance?
Yeah.
It's funny. It's funny how Laconia went from.
Well, that doesn't matter. No. It only matters if Curiosity gendered itself.
Okay, so you have to think about the code in Curiosity and people that created the code that created the personality.
Modern day times.
It's mostly men because there's mainly men
do
in
not
aerospace engineering.
Actually, probably mostly men built it, so it's probably women.
Welcome to Hangover, y'all.
Well, and Perseverance will birth ingenuity.
That's true. That is also
true.
That's very true.
Who's the father? That's a weird father.
Bobak?
Is it Bobak? Bobak Ferdowski is the father. Bobakaritas.
Bobak, if you're listening.
My Bobackery is empty.
I can go get you more.
Oh, did you take a picture? Did you take a picture of your Bobackery?
I did not take a picture of my Bobackery.
Gotta take a picture so we can send it to him because he suggested it.
That's true.
All right, well, let me fill it.
All right, Mike.
He did, but we'll
get
call it
another Bobackery.
Bobackery that new. It's not, also, we like margaritas that much.
Wait, what did he call it?
He called it like a Bobackery.
Are you gonna take an opportunity to have a wing?
Yes, and I'm filled with the
spirit. Gonna refill my spirit.
Yeah, look at that.
He took an opportunity to get a wing while refilling my spirit.
God, what a Viking!
Such perseverance and ingenuity.
There we go.
I want to give my answer. It's my favorite mission.
What's your answer, Brandon?
I haven't done that. I love the original.
Do you just sequence in yourself?
Yeah, because I want to talk about things too.
You can just talk.
I sequenced every one of them, so I wanted to say mine.
Brandon is good about the transition.
I keep us on track.
But can't you just talk?
I keep us on track.
You can literally just talk.
Yes, that's what I was doing.
Just talk. Okay.
Spirit and opportunity for a reason, sentimental reasons, like Mike had. They landed when I was cognizant of what space was, and I probably knew that space was a thing and that Mars was kind of cool. But
space was a thing.
Yeah, I'm 12 years old. I'm 12 or 13 years old.
Was it fake? Was it not real?
Oh, it was real. I mean, like it's something.
Thing.
It's something you can study and possibly look into and things like that.
When he became we got dogs barking.
Oh. Drink.
Is that Jack or Leia?
That's Jack. That's Captain. School.
I'm sorry. It's Captain Jack, not Jack. Jack is the person on this phone thing.
The elementary school that we live next to is apparently over, and so students are leaving, and so now Jack will bark.
You're in school in person?
Yeah.
Or well, not you, but they are?
Yeah, there's an elementary school that's in person, yeah.
There's a lot of Michigan.
Oh, no, not a lot of Michigan. That'd be
anyway.
Spirit and opportunity. Because I got to grow up with those missions. I came into my own space awareness. I studied space. I got to look into it and grow to love it while these two rovers were still existing. So when it finally occurred, when Spirit and opportunity slowly, stopped functioning, I got to actually witness the power of what they were able to produce on Mars and give us back on Earth. So it was just like a life cycle of my own interest in Mars. So I will always love Spirit and opportunity. Ooh. Pop. Sorry.
Leia.
Jack on YouTube's.
Yeah, because you're a grandpa. Papa. I called
Papa.
My grandpas were called Papa. So I had Papa Dave and Papa Al. But Papa.
I have that one little song like Papa can you?
Papa can you hear me? Fiddler on the Roof. Never seen it.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
I didn't know that. Oh, look, he give you a little strawberry thing.
Take the picture.
This is the Bobackery.
Because I know exactly what post of his I replied
because Bobak Ferdowski actually commented on one of our Cosmos Twitter posts, and
oh, I know. I thought Brandon was gonna shit himself.
I had a good day.
It was like a stroke. I was like, what just happened?
And we could not even fan personed. We fan personed.
Take a selfie with that. Shoot, girl.
I don't want to.
Got the good hair looking.
Use that NASA technology. Selfie it.
You want me to be like Curiosity?
Yeah, look at you.
Like Kendall Jenner or whatever.
Kendall Jenner. What the hell?
She's a famous person.
There's a car. That's a Kardashian.
She's a Kardashian. Not a Kardashian.
Kardashian. There's a difference between Kardashians and Kardashians.
Yes, because Kardashians can never torture Kirk. Picard.
Are there?
Drinks.
Star Trek references are not a drinking.
Oh my god, this looks so uncomfortable.
Kind of is.
Have you shown them that?
They've seen it before.
Oh lordy. What? Have you seen his outfit?
They've seen it before.
Liz.
We didn't see your full onesie because you moved the camera because it was inappropriate.
No, they have. They have. Remember when we did the with the Germany person? We did the Apollo 13 show.
Show them. Do a fashion show.
With Anna.
And then I got really drunk and put on the onesie.
Vaguely.
Yeah, because we were really drunk.
Liz, do you want to see it?
No, I'm not drunk enough.
Yeah.
He's still live on YouTube, so
stand up.
Liz, give me a thumbs up and thumbs down.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go with this.
Do it.
I don't know why you think I'm not.
It's horrifying.
It doesn't. I mean, it's very tight on my skin.
We can kind of see you in a mirror behind you.
Oh no, you cannot see it. I trust you. Go stand next to Schmiegel. Do it. You wanted me here. That's what you get. Go.
Is it shorts? Is it a onesie with shorts?
Girl. Stand up. Come on. Work the angles, girl. Work it.
Yes.
Look at that.
Yes.
Turn around. Show the butt. That looks so uncomfortable, right?
That's it.
Why?
Wow.
That's it.
Why is he doing this?
Because when I sit, it's not bad.
When did you buy that?
Okay.
I think it was a.
Can I just say?
Mike missed this.
Can I just say what an interesting thing to come back into?
Nope.
Where
Mike.
Brandon is modeling
a onesie that
Mike.
has shorts. It's a shorts onesie.
Mike, do you want to see Brandon in a onesie that's way too
impressed.
one?
Let's see it, man.
It's extremely. It hurts me.
I'm gonna get up and get another drink. So. I'll do it.
Just do it. Do your working
Do
shirt.
a little pirouette.
Working girl. You're a fashion
I like
model.
Oh, put the hood on. Put the hoodie.
Put on.
Put the hoodie.
It's been demanded. It's been demanded. Not to me, it's them. They're saying it in a
I like
thingy.
that look back. Oh,
yeah.
Nice. Welcome to Cosmos, everyone.
It's so bad.
The Hangover.
It's so bad.
Where do you get those?
It's so.
I like Ariel the Queen's comment on YouTube. They should have a Kardashian show. I would watch Kim Kardashian and Gil Dukat hang out.
And this is why Ariel's amazing. I'm just putting that out right now.
That's Ariel. You are amazing for that comment and that visualization. Thank you for providing that to us.
We need to Photoshop that shit.
I can Photoshop that shit.
Well, yeah.
All right. I got to write it down because I'm going to forget. I'm going to make a note right now in my Google Keep to Photoshop Kim Kardashian and Gil Dukat.
And we should, put them on Mars.
I started to spell Kardashian as with Kardashian, but with a K.
Wow, all you have to do is put Kard and it.
That's the.
Yeah.
I'll remember what that means. My note just says Kim Kardashian and Gil Dukat. We'll see if I remember.
Yeah, does it?
Yep, it does.
Jack likes the outfit.
Everyone and Jack and Katie and everyone else on there and Liz's mom. I've seen that.
Yeah,
Nerd of the North.
I'll wait.
That's Jack.
I'll wait until Brandon puts his headphones back on. But my mom.
Oh, yeah, he can't hear this, huh?
He can't hear. My mom says, "So cute."
Brandon.
No, I'll take that.
Oh, don't encourage him.
Brandon.
Don't encourage him.
That now is your official outfit for every Cosmos with Cosmos. Every single episode.
No more suit jackets and nude T-shirts.
You need to. You look like an assassin.
For every planet in need, I'll be there.
Or like
for every satellite needed repair, I'll be there. Every Republican that wants to defund NASA's education office, I will fucking be there.
It doesn't. A little bit, but it's fine.
Ariel knows.
Yeah, Ariel.
Wait. I want to know. Mike and Liz don't answer. I want Ariel to answer this question. How many lights are there? How many lights do you see?
Yell it.
I bet my mom can answer this question.
To yell it.
Ariel has to yell it.
I thought you were going to ask how many spoons of sugar does it take to get to the moon? And how many cups of sugar?
No.
Brandon, Jack says the nude shirt was on. We commented
that was
on,
kind of
before we went live.
Was cozy.
We commented on it. I was like, it looks like you're not wearing a shirt.
Is my shirt? That's rude. I got him that for Christmas. It's cashmere.
Christmas.
Look.
No, Valentine's Day.
On camera, it just doesn't kind of work. And Ariel.
It doesn't quite.
Ariel.
There are four
lights.
These are our people.
As he walks off, half naked in his little shirt.
We know there are 4 lights.
It's only 4 fucking lights.
To be fair, I did tell him it did look very neutral that he should put a jacket on. So, I give him that.
He did put a jacket on, and it looked like he was wearing just the jacket. Just the jacket.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah. On camera, it didn't translate super well.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a new fashion
Or
statement.
did it? I mean, it's sexier than this. I don't know. Whatever. You can unzip.
Don't
unzip. You can give him the real thing.
Don't unzip things.
I think I take
Cosmos,
the onesie over the
CWC almost got real interesting.
I need to take a quick break, so I'm gonna let you do your thing.
Oh no, okay, Mike's doing it. All right,
it's funny.
Excuse me, everyone, as I get up now.
I tell you what, I'll push this out. Don't hit the microphone.
Are those star pants? Oh, how cute.
Did you turn our light off, or did it just get unplugged?
I guess it just got unplugged. I don't know. All right.
Welcome to 2 Minutes with Mike George. This episode, we're going to talk.
Nobody likes that sweater, do they?
It's tough on camera. This week.
I'm sorry, I tried.
This week, we're going to talk about what, Mike George?
I don't know. What do you want to talk about? We can talk about anything. We can talk about black holes. We can talk about drinks. We can talk about drinks.
Mike, if you had a mission to a black hole, what would that mission look like? Would it be an orbiter? Would you send a little probe inside and send as much information back as you could? What would that be?
But could you see it? Because it's a black hole. Sucks it in.
So then
you can see it.
It kind of would. Maybe. Hey, we do both. So the main thing is to be an orbiter, though. You'd want it to be an orbiter.
Yeah, definitely an orbiter.
But to be honest, it would be kind of cool to send a little object down. However, we would never see it cross the event horizon.
No. You would just send as much back as you can, but until you don't.
Yeah. Well,
which would be interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
unless they prove us wrong, and we do see it.
We wouldn't.
Well, wow, negative Nancy.
It's physics. Don't blame me. Blame Newton and Einstein.
Yeah, blame Einstein. But yeah, I think it'd be an orbiter. You're there longer. You get to study a lot more. But it would be kind of cool to have a little probe go down.
That'd be so much radiation hardening in that probe.
Yes, that is true.
And imagine like the accretion. Imagine the images from the accretion disk you would get as it's burning up at thousands of degrees. That'd be amazing to see.
Yeah, but all right, let's just pretend. Let's pretend that like
I don't know if bamboo would grow there.
There's no accretion disk, so you don't have to worry about the radiation. Let's just pretend that. But what would be really cool though is maybe you can see it stretch a little bit. That would be pretty awesome.
When you say that,
the spaghettification of it, that would be really cool.
Oh, like if you send the probe down, you can kind of witness that.
Well, I mean, if from the orbiter.
From the orbiter, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you would probably be able to see it. Now, it can't be a galactic-sized black hole. It's got to be a stellar mass black hole.
You can't see it anymore.
Right, but from the orbiter, you would still witness some of it.
Probably. I mean, I don't know how close you have to be to the event horizon for that spaghettification to actually start showing. But it also depends on the size of the black hole. Stellar mass black holes, you're going to see it sooner than... Well, you'll be able to see it with a stellar mass black hole, but not with a galactic black hole, because galactic black holes, you get that spaghettification after you've passed through the event horizon. But with stellar mass black holes, the curvature of space is so severe outside of the event horizon, that you might. That is a lot of blue cheese. You might actually be able to see that spaghettification.
Never have enough blue cheese.
Wait, is that?
Looks like
looks
like an ice cream cone.
One wing? Aw, Liz, you're my hero. She can't hear me.
She can't. Oh, not yet.
Laconia said that you are her hero.
Oh.
I did.
Thanks.
But watch out, because you're about to drip. You're about to drip.
Oh, Liz, is this your second dairy drink?
This is technically my second dairy drink.
And there's no dairy.
Oh, because of the blue cheese.
Oh, well, the blue cheese is, yeah.
My mom did ask to whatever you guys were talking about. Hold on.
Okay.
What would happen if the probe is tethered?
Oh, bad things would happen to the orbiter. The orbiter would fall into.
I mean, either way, I would still go in.
Or the cable would snap. It's one of the two.
I don't think... no, because that would mean that would have to be something to snap it with. It would all just probably go in.
I mean, gravity.
Well,
a black hole would just suck it all in.
The force of it, yes, it would create more tension on the cable as the orbit. If it's like a million-mile-long tether, for example.
Right. So as the
yeah. Okay.
All right.
But either way, it's all going to go in at that point in time.
Unless the cable snaps.
Yes, but if it has enough force to pull it some, it's probably still going to go into the black hole.
Fancy physics, man.
All right. Well. Kind of depends on a couple different things. It's going to depend on, like I said, like how long that tether is. The shorter, the better for both. But the longer the tether, the probe, not the orbiter, the probe is going to feel more of a gravitational force from the black hole. So it's going to be pulled down stronger than the orbiter. It's going to cause that that tether to stretch. Maybe eventually it would pop. It'll eventually pop, but it is going to pull down the orbiter, so both of them are going to end up falling in.
Oh.
Depends on the tether and the cable.
Have we addressed Ariel and Jack's comments on YouTube yet?
Ariel, what would happen to a panda in a black hole? Is there bamboo for it to eat? Liz just took a bite. So, Laconia, what would happen to a panda in the black hole?
Well, if the panda was already chomping down on some bamboo, there's a good probability. But they'd both probably just be...
It'd be a very skinny panda.
Yeah, it would...
I think we should talk about what happens.
Not good.
Let's do that. So,
but at least the panda and the bamboo would go down together.
Well, until a certain point.
Yeah,
until a certain point.
Yeah.
All right, so you got the what am I doing with this? You give me a random wing.
I don't have a bowl for my bones.
Winter.
So let's say this panda. All right. No, let's change it up a little bit.
Ooh.
Yeah,
okay.
Not a panda, because pandas are cute. Let's say...
I don't want to... It's like a Ted Cruz.
No.
Oh, you get the hint to it.
Pandas are like Ted Cruz? Did you just...
No.
Nope. He's saying Ted Cruz falling. I'm going to say Donald John Trump falls into a black hole. What would happen to Donald J. Trump as he falls down?
What one is he?
Which one is Donald Trump?
Is he the normal one? He names all of his offspring after himself. So I don't know what one is.
That's the original one.
So that's what I'm asking. What one is which one?
The president.
Which one is that? Is that one?
What?
Yes.
What is happening?
Yes, it is. We're talking about the president.
Not John Jr. Not Don Jr. It's the.
No.
I'm just saying there's so many fucking Donald Trumps.
Oh,
what are you talking about?
Yeah.
All right, so.
So I'm saying, like, God knows how many people he's impregnated, and God knows how many other baby Donald Trumps there are.
Anyway,
all right. Well, the 45th president of the United States, John Trump, falls into a black hole. He's going to fall in feet first. Let's just do it that way.
Always do it.
No, that's not fun. Do it the other way.
Feet first.
Always feet first.
Do it the other way. It's more
first.
fun. But it's fun either way.
Look, cosmic dragons do not devour anything head first.
Okay. All right. So Trump's falling into the black hole. At first, everything's cool for Trump. He's enjoying the ride. He's enjoying the view as much as a narcissist can enjoy the view. But eventually, the tidal forces on Trump are so severe. What ends up happening is eventually his feet start moving faster towards the black hole than his head.
Uh-oh.
So he basically stretches out, and he gets taller, and he gets skinnier.
Have we said the term yet?
Well,
Not yet.
But what do we call this? What do we call this process?
Spaghettification. That's the legitimate scientific term.
It is an actual word.
Do we know who first said that? Spaghettification?
Do you know what
I do not.
spaghetti is called? Just one spaghetti noodle? A spaghetto.
That's fun.
You're welcome.
A spaghetto?
A spaghetto.
It's called a spaghetto. So one spaghetti is called a spaghetto.
Cool.
So technically he's being spaghettoed.
That's amazing.
All right, so
I love that.
So Trump is going to undergo spaghettoification.
Jack says 30 miles of awkward hair trailing behind. Any toupee has flown off at this point.
Well, here's the best part. Eventually, his feet are going. The thing is you can stretch only so far before things happen, and
until things happen, Mike George.
Yes.
Until you break apart.
Yes, exactly. Trump pops in half.
But the weird thing is, before that happens, like in the very, very beginnings, it kind of feels good, like you're stretching in bed.
Yeah.
Like for a moment, it's like, oh, this is kind of nice.
This
does it all right.
Can you
will seem that they slow down.
Can you what?
Like if you're being spaghettified or spaghettioed, can you can you move your arms, or are you just like, oh shit, like when you're on that Gravitron, the fair ride where you're stuck to the wall?
That's a good point.
Well,
I think you'd be stuck to it.
Well, yeah, I think. Well, it depends on how your hands start out. If your hands start out,
they're stuck up
above
that way.
Up in the air, like he's a true player.
Above your head,
good.
If they start off above your head, you will be able to move them down.
It's basically like if you were on the medieval torture stretching device, and at first it's like, oh yeah, but then it's like, oh,
but also,
shit.
I'll also remember,
like, oh yeah.
Just at the very beginning,
when you
got
a nice stretch.
Oh, when you get a stretch
It's just a nice
but
stretch.
then remember, you'll be in a spacesuit, I assume. And have you ever seen the Apollo astronaut, the ISS spacewalker, put the hands above the heads? I have never seen. I don't know if they have.
That's
that kind of movement.
That's a good point. I didn't think about the spacesuit. I was
so
thinking.
Let's
I wasn't
assume
imagining a spacesuit at all.
I think we're overthinking this.
We're imagining like a.
Welcome to the Hangover with Cosmos with Cosmos.
Just like a random bikini, just going on for it, like. Fuck it, go out in class.
Trump in a bikini.
No.
God,
no,
definitely not in a black hole. Because then
had an
that would be our
itsy
last
bitsy teeny
image.
weeny
It would just
yellow.
be him standing there forever of all time. Like that's horrible.
But okay.
Polka dot bikini.
But you know what we could do? We could put him in a panda suit.
That's a disgrace to all pandas everywhere.
Well, clearly.
Pandas don't want that.
Okay. So Trump's getting stretched out in his spacesuit, feet first, going faster than his head. What is the time frame from his perspective? What is happening from his perspective in this moment? Are you feeling it? Are you seeing this happening?
Or is it feeling it. Yeah,
because an observer seeing this,
it's for the observer. For the observer watching this, things are slowing down. So it is an agonizingly slow process. As an observer that's watching Trump stretch.
It's a beautiful sight.
It's a beautiful sight. For Trump, who's falling in, time appears to speed up in the outside universe. So in the, for the person in the observation lounge, it seems like time's going faster for them. But from Trump's perspective, time progresses at a normal rate.
No, the observer time slows down.
The observer watching Trump fall in, it looks like that time for Trump slows down.
Okay. You said speed up.
I have a question.
Brandon has a question.
So we talked about from the person falling into the black hole scenario. Wouldn't you be able to see, just because of the gravity of it all, like the beginning of the black hole all the way to the very end, they're all wrapped around you. Isn't that correct? Like, no?
What?
I thought I recalled reading
you
that
can't.
from inside the black hole, you'd be able to see the warping of space and time in such a way.
Oh,
I mean, it wouldn't be like seeing it from beginning to end. It'd be all warped and
no, things are definitely things are warped.
yeah,
like
gravitational lensing is what.
For example, you will pass. It'll be very quickly, but you will pass a certain point around the black hole where you can look out perpendicular. Perpendicular to the way that you're falling, and see the back of your head. So that's kind of cool.
Huh.
That would be convenient. You never know what the back of your head looks like.
It's really quick. So it's not like now if you could hang out there, you could continually look at the back of your head. But
I feel like that's the least of that person's worries, though.
Yeah,
what the back of their head looks like.
Sometimes I've seen like pictures or something, and I'm like, "Oh God, shit, is that really?" Or you're in that Target dressing room, and you happen to glance, and you're like, "Oh God, it looks like that back there," and you're like,
"Remember when you used to go into dressing rooms?"
Or stores or restaurants?
Unfortunately,
that doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, but your back to your original comment, Brandon, your field of view, the stars that you see is going to slowly narrow. Okay. So it's most of your field of view eventually is going to be taken up by blackness until you get.
When do you just die and not perceive any
of
this?
Like,
this situation?
I feel like you wouldn't be really observing any of that shit because you would just be dying.
It was probably as soon as your suit expands to a point where it breaks open to the vacuum, you would die then. So pretty quick, pretty fucking quick.
I feel like it's pretty fast. Like you wouldn't be observing the back of your head. You wouldn't be counting the fucking stars. You wouldn't be like, oh God, I'm gonna be a spaghettio. You'd be like, I'm dead. I'm dead now.
I would say.
Yeah, but that wasn't the original question that was posed to me. So
no.
But we're in the hangover, and random thoughts come up now because we've had many Bobackeries and
or two
plus Jezero sours.
Wait, what? Jezero sour?
Jezero, like Jezero crater.
I missed those.
That was my first drink because our daiquiris were too frozen. So I had a Jezero sour. Yeah.
Wait, I thought you were in Utah. You're used to the snow.
We have more snow here.
Yeah, but you can't drink the snow. It's got to liquefy first. So the daiquiris were a little bit too snow-like.
Brandon put our vodka out in the snow the other night. I was like, he's like, I put it in the freezer. I'm like, no, just put it in the fucking snow.
It's great.
What?
So I'm looking at Twitter and all the pictures and comments and things about Perseverance. I still have a really hard time saying Perseverance instead of Curiosity. Like I have to take a moment in my head to say it.
That's fair.
Well, Curiosity
will always be the number one.
Prominent.
Even though Perseverance is probably gonna get a little more information, it's more exciting.
Also, I mean,
but it's like little mommy. You gotta love it. It's the best. It's number one.
Also, Perseverance is really difficult to spell. So Curiosity is just the go-to.
Like, is it an A or is it an E?
Is it an E? And how many R's and E's and A's are there?
Perseverance.
P-E-R-S-E-R.
What?
V-E-R.
Really? Another
A-N-C-E.
Can I get it in a sentence?
Perseverance landed on Mars.
Yes, there's your sentence. But having just spelled it correctly, it took me many, Microsoft telling me that I misspelled it. Google telling me I misspelled it. In Google Docs. Anyway,
we needed to find out if we need to discuss Brandon's power colors.
What?
Jack
I have a question about that.
On YouTube said that he should try a plum or emerald dress shirt underneath for a little pop of color and ask what his power colors are.
I do have a shirt underneath this, but it's not emerald. I would love an emerald powered shirt. I think that would really enhance my eyes.
Actually, emerald or
the
plum.
hazel goes back and forth. But I'm more of a green guy. My eyes change colors based on, I don't know, but they do. So I like the emerald. It's like that color.
I think it's the emerald. Definitely emerald or purple. Blue is a little bit not.
So guys, if you ever go back and watch Daredevil on Netflix, they have I forget his name, the bad guy. He wears like a purple suit, but it's so good, and I so want to rock that one day. He was a former doctor from Doctor Who.
Yeah, David Tennant.
David Tennant. Oh, he is the best villain of all the Marvel universe.
I have so many conflicts because I love David Tennant is my favorite Doctor.
Yeah.
And seeing him as a villain is hard because he does it so well.
Oh my God, he
did a really good job in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Just watch the first. It wasn't Daredevil, sorry. It's Jessica Jones.
Oh, yeah, Jessica Jones.
He just does an amazing job in that first season. Holy crap.
It's
favorite Marvel piece of media out there. What else we got? Do love my sweaters. You're right about that.
I would like a question. I have a question. What are power colors?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. You ran with it so efficiently. I just kind of went with it.
I don't know what power colors are. I'm assuming just the colors that look best on you.
I'm assuming Katie knows, so I'm going for Kate if she's still here.
They're your superhero colors.
Jack clearly knows because he's the one that asked the question.
Fair enough.
They're superhero colors.
Superhero colors?
I have no idea, but I'm going to say they're superhero colors.
Yeah, we don't know what power colors are. Do you know?
I don't know.
What's a power color?
I don't know one that you look good in.
Okay.
We got dogs barking, everybody.
I feel like it's the one that
So
gives
drink.
you confidence.
Take a drink.
Our every plate box is here.
All right, well, hey, everybody.
Isn't a power color the color you look good in? Or is it like the superhero
Powers
color?
that make you powerful.
And
Colors.
Work well with your skin tone. Work well with your skin tones.
Oh.
Hey, and make you fierce.
Oh.
So power colors are colors that make you fierce. Blue is not my power color.
Blue's not bad. I wouldn't go with. You're probably not good with pastels. I'm not gonna do pastels
I
on
like
you.
purples.
Yeah, you do love your purple.
I do love my purples.
A deep purple.
I agree with plum.
A good indigo. There we go. A good indigo.
Like the Indigo League from Pokemon.
All right, sure, why not?
What's up? I'll get better than 8th place. Fuck you, Ash.
Yeah.
I think you got 16th.
a good
I
red?
apologize.
It's a good red.
No, I don't like red.
No,
it's like a scarlet.
Why is there a napkin here?
The clean.
When did we get a napkin?
You don't want to know.
Carry
on.
Katie says that green is definitely a power color for you, Brandon. I would agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, because his eyes are like blue green, but not like lime green. You can't do bright.
What's Katie?
You're
What's
too
my
pale.
power color?
That's a big question.
I bet you were like a good forest green.
I love that comment. See, green. Everyone gets green.
Everybody gets green. Let's see. I have blue eyes. Well, my hair is kind of purple, dark, but also
Purple? I thought it was black.
it looks dark right now.
It looks good.
I had dyed it purple, and then I dyed it a little bit blue for brown hair, and then I used the purple conditioner, color depositing conditioner, just to spruce it up. So it's a little dark right now. Purple for Liz / blue. I would agree with that. Yeah. Blue and purple for me.
Oh, this is fun.
Although I have
This is turning
gotten
into a
gotten
fashion
compliments
show.
on red before.
I want to go back to space.
Anyway,
I want to go back to what the podcast is about.
welcome to Hangover.
Welcome to the Hangover, folks.
Cool tones.
Oh,
for
is
me.
this your hangover?
Because I'm
thing?
cool,
Yes.
Katie.
When did it officially become that?
We still have 8 people here.
Oh, whatever. Who?
I don't know.
Rust
was this
orange.
Prince?
I'm sorry. Before we get to space, rust orange, Jack, for me.
That's a fun one.
Huh. Okay.
That's like Mars color.
That is like Mars
That's a good
color.
piece of broccoli there.
So Mars could be my power color.
Mine is chartreuse and periwinkle.
International orange.
Yeah.
International orange.
I went to a
Oh my god, we just talked about this. The color
professional
that goes in Gate Bridge.
power
It's the official
color
color of San Francisco. International orange.
consultant.
So a gay man.
Yeah, chartreuse and periwinkle. Those are my colors.
All right.
Ooh, periwinkle.
So we talked about this.
Pretty.
We talked about this in last week's episode.
Wow.
We gotta get
ruin
back
the
on track.
conversation.
We gotta get back on track.
If anybody
on
from
the
my
flow.
work joins us now, they're gonna be like, "What the
Okay.
hell?"
Liz, Mike, and Laconia. Since we've had time to think about this by now, what is your favorite Mars movie? movie involving Mars or about
Oh
Mars?
shit.
Oh man, really?
Is it Mars Attacks?
God, no.
Is it Mission to Mars?
Oh god, we just watched Mars.
Not
Attacks, so
Mission
that's
to Mars,
kinda...
no.
No.
No, but you know, with Mission to Mars though, it is because I thought we were going to spend more time on Mars than we actually did. Most of the movie is actually the mission to get to Mars.
That one.
And so, no. So it's really that I had a certain expectation going into the movie, and it was not met. So
it wasn't met going to Mars Attacks?
no, Mission to Mars.
Oh, Mission Mars.
Mars
Okay.
Attacks. No, that's a great movie.
Yes.
No, what? No.
It's so fun though.
They put a chihuahua head on her.
Sarah
No.
Jessica Parker.
No,
Yes.
no. So
Okay,
horrible.
the point of that movie isn't to be about real science fiction.
Yeah, when you're 5, it's horrifying.
Yeah, when you're 5, you're not supposed to watch it when you're 5.
Well, it came out when I was like 5 or 6.
It's a satire on the Hollywood blockbuster.
It doesn't matter. They came out like the first scene of the
1997.
little spaceship and like poof, 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 poof.
Yeah, so your parents didn't let you watch it.
Well, talk
Mars
to Kathy
Attacks
about
is
that
great.
One. I also haven't watched
God.
it in like
My
25
favorite
years,
is
so.
fried green tomatoes.
That's not Mars. It's not Mars related.
I like the one where they left Matt Damon just because they left Matt Damon on Mars. No other reason.
That's The Martian, and it's
Martian.
a great movie.
No, I don't
You
care.
don't like the movie?
I don't care what it's called or what it's about.
Wait,
they just left
wait,
Matt
wait,
Damon
wait.
on Mars, so I'm good to go.
You don't like that movie?
It's okay.
It's okay? Mike,
There's a lot.
The Martian
of
is
Matt
great.
Damon.
The Martian is great.
The Martian is great.
The
I
Martian.
mean, it's better than Mars Attacks. Yeah.
What's
No.
wrong with it?
It's fine.
Why is it not good?
I didn't say it wasn't good. I literally just said it was my favorite because they left Matt Damon on it, and you went on to a negative. I was going with a positive.
My mom agrees with you.
About fried green tomatoes.
I don't know. One of the things.
Or periwinkle.
Mars Attacks is great since we just watched it. It's so fucking 1997 camp, and I
Yeah.
love it so much. It's
Oh, that
great.
one-
And I'm still amazed at the cast that's in that.
It's such a good cast too. Surprisingly good cast.
Yeah, they had a lot of people
I
in
mean,
it.
it's a
Jessica
Tim
Parker,
Burton
Pierce
movie.
Brosnan, Tim Burton.
It's the only Tim Burton movie that Johnny Depp and Helena
Jack
Bonham
Nicholson, Johnny Depp.
Carter aren't in.
Really?
Again,
Oh,
I
yeah,
haven't watched it since it came out,
Well,
so
we should watch it again.
I was traumatized.
All right, so we got that.
Oh God, you know, I think one of my favorite Mars scenes, and it's ridiculous, I will admit this, is when we're looking through the eyes of whatever rover on Mars and the Transformer, the first Transformers movie,
the trailer.
and Optimus Prime
Oh, the new ones?
No,
Or
yeah.
cartoon?
arrives, or
It's-
Oh, so it's
it's
not
like
cartoon.
yeah,
Newer one.
Kids.
that scene in the trailer from the first Transformers
Mm-hmm.
movie with Shia LaBeouf,
Is it LaBeouf?
LaBeouf.
I thought it was LaBeouf.
It's LaBeouf, but
Yeah,
we're gonna go with
whatever.
LaBeouf because he's a
Shia.
douche.
LaBeouf makes him sound like he's a piece of
LaBeouf
meat.
rhymes with LaDouche.
There we go. Perfect.
Does it? LaBeouf? LaDouche? Oh, yeah, okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
but that scene was great, and I appreciated it because they used like Spirit
And-
Opportunity Rover.
But it wasn't even a scene. It was
It was
like
a sequence.
it's a preview of a trailer.
Yeah.
But it got everyone so
But
excited. It was
okay, so
cool.
my favorite like Mars movie would probably be The Martian because it's so well done and scientifically accurate for the most part, aside from that fucking storm.
Well, you gotta start the story
And it's
somehow.
witty.
And even the author says
Yeah, well,
he knows it was wrong.
Yeah.
Well, the author went and asked scientists what would actually happen.
And it wasn't that.
Well, no, but
No,
for the
but,
most part,
but you need
the rest was pretty nice.
But you have to have that
Better than
plot
Mars
point.
Attacks.
You got to start the
Fucking
story.
throw a head popping.
Mars Attacks is number 2 because it's a fucking it's a tribute to 1950s sci-fi movies that are just so camp and cliche and just like
And the heroes die in the first moment.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
which is so that's great.
Ack.
You touched something.
I would just like to just a little side caveat. My coworkers. So normally it's a work day for all of us, and we took the day off. And on Thursdays, I have a team huddle with my team. We have a short little team meeting. My coworkers apparently all put up a space background in their for their meetings for their video
Did they
backgrounds.
really?
They put up a space background in honor of me because I wasn't present.
Oh,
that's so cool.
And they knew
That's
that
cute.
I was doing this today. I'm not gonna show the picture on camera because I don't want to violate
cool.
You can send it to me.
privacies. But
I want to see that.
yeah, I will send it to you. But so if any of my coworkers happen to be watching who are in my team, thanks for that. That's appreciated.
And I'm sorry I called in today.
Don't be sorry. Look, his boss, Jen or Katie, it's worth it. I'm gonna forward it to your work email, Brandon. Anyway. Oh, Jessica didn't want us to cuss. Look.
No, but drinking was fine.
Jessica, if you're still watching, Cosmos to Cosmos, we are... Look, I got a mouth like a sailor, so cussing is going to happen.
That actually is very true.
It's a caveat on Cosmos to Cosmos. If you watch any of our content, there's going to be cussing. We actually didn't have that much cussing.
No, we tried.
Yeah.
We tried not to for her.
Did we try?
Mm-hmm.
He might have tried.
I
wasn't thinking about it.
When she said something, we cut back a bit.
Did we?
Yeah, and then Perseverance landed and all bets were off.
Anyway. So yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers to that.
By the way, Jack's power colors are teal, navy, and dark orange.
Oh, dark orange.
Teal.
Wait.
Navy.
You learned that when in college when you were learning how to establish your presence in your classroom? I never had that as any part of my teaching program classes.
You went to ASU.
Well, okay, yes. True. But I graduated summa cum laude.
Okay, there you go.
Boom.
Drop the mic.
Don't drop Mike though.
I
keep him for a little bit.
I can't drop him because I can't pick him up. I gotta work on my muscles.
That is so mean.
Good save.
That's
there,
so
Liz.
mean.
Well,
I wonder how much I could bench. I could bench like probably 50 pounds.
Apparently not me.
It'd be like 0.3 mics.
0.3 mics. Oh, he went outside.
Oh, he's mad.
He's going in. Oh.
Oh, drink!
Now you're getting it.
Oh.
She knows it.
I had to make it dramatic.
I added vodka to this one.
He says he has to make
Who
it
does that
dramatic.
every time?
Because that's what he does.
Liz! How do you do that, Liz?
To push a button.
All right. Since we're in the hangover, for those of you still hanging out with us while we just ramble about nothing, I actually downloaded an app for my iPad where I can actually control the scene elements that are in our OBS software that we use to stream. Yes, Brandon.
It's like being back in the planetarium. You have an iPad to control everything.
I do.
It's just what it is.
I do.
Don't drop it.
In fact, I could spend.
Don't fucking drop it.
I could spend a lot of money and get an actual thing where I can press buttons to make things happen. But this seems to work just fine for free. So.
Can you make it drop little hearts and stars?
No, it's not my space, Laconia. I mean, I could if I set that up ahead of time. Yeah.
Just asking.
I mean,
I thought it'd be cool.
I made some cool scene transition.
I mean, kids these days with their what's that one? Not TikTok, but the other one.
There's another one.
Oh, Snapchat. That's one of the filters, right?
Yeah.
Why did you just make that noise?
Because Snapchat's been like 20 years by now.
It's not 20 years old.
5.
TikTok is the new thing.
But it used to be like you
TikTok
take
is
a picture of a poop,
I think,
and you'd send it, and it would dissolve. Now everybody has like, oh yes, I remember Snapchat when it first came out. It was
welcome to old people discussing young people technology.
Like, I look like a unicorn in a rainbow garden. What? No.
I think TikTok is like the new Vine.
Yeah.
I miss Vine. Vine was great.
I never used
Why did Vine die?
Facebook bought it and killed it. because it was impeding on
like it
Facebook's
does
territory.
Everything, like democracy.
Yes. And Cosmos was Cosmos, which Facebook could buy for $500 million. I didn't say it.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Is that it?
We're not going to sell out.
Not for $500 million that Facebook's offering.
Anyway.
Say them to come true.
Do we have anything more to contribute to this live stream?
I don't think at this point that we do.
No. We've gone to the deep end.
Yeah. All right. So Perseverance has successfully landed on Mars. We did it.
Oh, also Ariel has water.
Yay!
It's a good day, you
yay,
guys.
Oklahoma?
Well, that's the first time anybody's ever seen that on YouTube.
How do we
you
survive?
guys have water now? Well, welcome. Welcome to the water world.
Welcome to the 21st century.
We're in advanced
Which is what we
civilization,
want.
everyone.
Mars to say.
All right.
I tried to pull it in. I did that. No one else? No one else at all? No one?
On that note, thanks everybody for joining us for our live stream of Marsbowl 2021. It was luckily a success. We had a blast.
Luckily.
We have so much food to eat.
Yeah, we don't need to make nachos tonight.
And you touched like what, one wing in the last couple of hours?
I mean, I had like 3 wings.
Oh,
3 wings?
I am about ready
Wings
to
have one.
devour
Oh
some
yeah,
wings.
no. As soon as we cut, we're gonna be devouring all this
Yes.
food in front
So-
of
Oh,
us.
I'm so excited for you guys.
So don't you worry about that. And we'll eat nachos tonight.
Yes, we'll have nachos.
And we'll throw up
Yes.
all day tomorrow.
But anyway, thanks for joining us. Cosmos was Cosmos, of course, will be up not this Sunday, but the following Sunday. We'll be back at you with a new episode, topic to be determined. And it will either be on Twitch or on YouTube. I don't know. We have some discussion.
I have an
going
idea.
forward.
I have an idea. Let's talk about gas giants.
Gas giants?
Fuck it, let's talk about gas giants.
All right.
Gas giants.
Like OMB stars?
Gas, not quite those. Planets.
Oh, planet?
Planets, gas giants,
Well-
not star gas.
Well, it's still fucking gas is a giant.
All right, so
True.
we know the theme will be gas giant, but we don't know the question.
There we go.
Yes. So stay tuned. And we will see you. That's Cosmos with Cosmos. Thanks for joining us, of course.
Stay safe, everyone.
Yeah, stay safe. We'll see you in a week and a half.
And live long and prosper.
And peace and long life.
Peace.
Cheers.
Adios? What do you say here? Bye? We're done?